welcome to Keeping It 100 with G100. I am Dre the Prodigy, 1/4 of G100, co-founder, owner of G100, and also an artist.
Hello, I am Western. I am 1/4 of G100. I am the co-founder of G100. I am also an artist of G100.
And this is where we talk about the latest. It's in pop culture, the media, whatever. Music, rap, doesn't matter what it is. And we also talk about what's going on with us on G100. We also play a little bit of music from G100 and the friend of G100. So we have musical friends who also do music and just grind out and just do what we do. We also have a few family members that does this music thing. So you never know what you're gonna get here. This is also 100 natural, unscripted show. And this is just the best podcast it's gonna be. So let's get it.
All right, so first topic. What do you want to talk about? Like we haven't discussed the topic.
Mm.
So what
We
do
have
you want the topic to
see
be?
whatever you want to be like. You see, this is a 100% unscripted podcast we have.
Yeah, you know it's an
Non-topic.
unscripted podcast if it doesn't have
We are.
anything to talk about.
Let's, let's see. Well, since it's a G100 podcast, let's tell them what we got going on with us. Go first. I don't really have nothing going on much right now, but let's go on. What's going on with you, Western?
Might be having a little something coming out. I don't know.
You see?
I have a few hints from that Can We Move On music video. Living Only said he wanted to add some hints. He was the creator of the music video, by the way. He really good director.
Living Only is, by the way, for those who don't know, Living Only is one of the friends of G100, and he helps us out and whatnot. So that's one of the many friends and many of the associates and one of the people not involved with Gianna that we fuck with heavily. Also, parental advisory, there will be a little bit of heavy language involved, so sorry for the younger viewers and whatnot. But yeah, Living Only is one of the people we mess with heavily. Tell them about your what you got out right now that you recently dropped that you can actually reveal.
Um, I do have a song that I actually dropped not even too long ago. It's called Kill. It's been leaked for a while, but now that I officially released it, now I can say that I can officially play it now, and it's not going to be, one of those tracks that'll be like, no, this is not one of the songs that is officially out, and it's not on SoundCloud, Spotify, or none of that. Well, it's out now. You can go stream it. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever you listen to.
Link will either be in the description or at the end of this video. We'll have our links somewhere throughout the video. Any albums, any mixtapes out lately that the fans and the viewers can go stream? Anybody like tuning into this?
Oh, I did. Like, it's not recent, but I did drop. I guess you could call it recent. I did drop Legend in the Making. In my personal opinion, I didn't like the album as it didn't really like stick to the topic, and some of the fans noticed that. I don't know.
Yes, it has some new songs. It has some old songs. It has some of my older songs from like a couple months ago. From like last year, I have it's had as my first song, Young and Wild on there. That's my first song that Tristan helped me with, or Western, my bad. Western helped me with, and it's my first song that I ever dropped and like released on all platforms. It has over 100 streams and counting. It's like about anywhere from like 400 to 500 streams. It's been a long time since I added all my streams up from all the platforms, but it's quite a bit of streams. It's a couple, probably maybe a few hundred, and it's pretty good. It's on the latest, his more recent albums, and we both co-wrote it. We co-wrote it. We co-produced it and performed it, and it's just a great overall song. It's one of my first songs, so it's not my best song yet, but I have more to come out
I
as
got to
well.
put on Do Not Disturb. I just got a call during the podcast, but we should be good. I put it on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah,
we should be good.
yeah. That's recently dropped. Any new music videos?
The only music video that I initially dropped recently is only Can We Move On? And we're waiting to get 500 views. We need 500 views.
500 views. Please run it up. We'll leave it somewhere in the video. I'll tell you where we can find it at, towards somewhere in the point of the podcast. We'll tell you where you can absolutely find it.
Yeah, maybe it'll show up at the end of the podcast. You never know.
Maybe, you never know. How long did you drop Legend of Making? Like, can you give us a time span on when you dropped it? How long ago? Like, I know it was not too recent, but I know it was kind of recent.
It's been a few months. Can't exactly point out the date, but
But
it's
it's
been a
not.
few months.
It's not super like old, but it's not super recent.
Yeah, it's kind of the mix of those.
Yeah, I haven't been too active lately with my music because I've been working on beats and I've been writing a lot. So I have definitely bunch in store. So it's not like I've just been hiding. I've been actually working on music, waiting. So I've been trying to drop stuff. So I've been chopping it up with Western lately. I help him with a couple things. We got a couple things on the way. We're not gonna reveal anything yet. I'm not gonna reveal too much about it, but we do have a couple things on the way I've helped him with.
Yeah, there's a lot of things he helped me with.
Yeah, not just with Western. I have been helping a lot of our other artists in the camp, in the group, in the family of G100 in the group. I've been helping them with a lot of other things with promotions, shooting stuff and whatnot, and just uploading and posting and helping us trying to get the views and the listens and the plays to get ourselves out there. And I've been talking about some different topics and different things I'm trying to get going on. Like recently, I talked to one of our other good artists, Jay Venino. He Me and him have been talking about trying to get shows so y'all can come out and see us perform. We don't have too much to speak on that. I can't speak too much on that yet. I just know we're working on that to get that to you guys and whatnot. So definitely stay tuned for that and stay ready for the info when we have it for you. Can't talk too much on that because we don't have too much for you yet. But definitely, when we do have something for you guys, we'll definitely get it to you as soon as possible. And when we have the other half of G100 on there, we can talk more about it on certain things I'm helping them with.
Yeah.
I recently did a video shoot with one of my artists I just mentioned. I don't want to reveal it too much because he hasn't revealed too much about the video yet, and I don't want to unravel it until he's ready to reveal it.
Yeah.
Sorry for the
Let's.
background noise.
Yeah. You don't
If
have
you
too
hear
much.
cars,
You're good.
yeah, if you hear cars passing by or anything outside, I live in a busy neighborhood. That's what's at the point. Let's get more into it.
Yeah. So, I noticed that Swag Boy Knight did get his show, not his like first official show like on stage, but out in the ring on a wrestling match. That's pretty cool. He walked down the ramp with a wrestler. I like that. It's like a cool little promotion. He actually upped his following from that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I mess with him for heavily. I like that heavily when he did that. It was pretty interesting. I had him send me the footage on for like the G100 page of Instagram. I uploaded it, got a couple plays, it got a couple views, a couple likes. I like that. It's interesting. That's another way to get your following up and whatnot. I like that he is mixing wrestling with the rap. Sometimes I do clown on him, I jokes on him and make jokes like, "Oh, you trying to be the next John Cena? You trying to do rap and wrestling?" But it's all in good fun. It's not to like put him down or nothing. But I did like the way he did have a small performance, and a little experience with performing on stage and getting his shows and his music out there. So it's very interesting, very entertaining the way he did that.
Yeah, now he will have experience whenever he gets on a big stage. That's an accomplishment.
It is.
That's something I haven't even done yet. I don't
Yeah,
know.
only like um Swag and Jay. Well, no, I forgot. Jay changed his stage name. It's not Jay Vanino no more. It's Jay the Renegade. My sorry guys. You see, it's been a while since we did all this, so this is completely unscripted. So yeah, Jay the Renegade. Jay the Renegade. I've been helping him with a bunch of stuff. I forgot he changed his nickname. I changed his stage name. So it's Jay the Renegade, my guys. Sorry for that error.
Yeah. What
Jay
the
the
fuck?
Renegade.
Actually, it's been a while since I saw that name, Jay Veneno. Like I haven't even I haven't seen his
Yeah.
name. I was wondering like if he was the same person
Yeah.
when he changed his name,
Yeah.
because that stage name is pretty.
Yeah. So, now if I want to have him as his first stage name, not Jay Vanino. I had it as Monkey Boy still, but I still know who he is. Cause like he changed it twice. So I forget sometimes that it's Jay the Renegade and not Jay Vanino. But I just remember I still know what's going on. But like, yeah, I forgot to change his stage name. So it's Jay the Renegade. If you go to search him, it's Jay the Renegade, not Jay Vanino. Sorry for that. But yeah, I've been helping Jay the Renegade do that. Do what I'm with, like help him shooting things and help him write and whatnot. I talked to him recently. I met up with him recently. Not gonna review too much about that. But back to them performing. Swag Boy and Jay the Renegade have a little bit of performance experience. Us not too much because we don't have too much of a catalog to perform. I know you have a little bit more of a discography than I do to perform, but with COVID going on, we can't get too many shows and whatnot because safety regulations and whatnot. But shows are starting to slowly coming back in, and we're trying to figure out things to get us out there. And I've been talking to G100 about it. Just really Jay the Renegade and Western. We've been talking about that recently over the phone and whatnot, how to get that. But Jay the Renegade has 2 shows under his belt from a while back, like 2, 3 years ago, maybe. Western was how long ago was that? We met at Wing Fingers, which is no longer open and like no longer exists.
Yeah. It wasn't
It's been
Wing
like two,
Fingers.
yeah, it's been like 2, 3 years.
Yeah, he
But
did.
yeah,
He did 2 shows there, I believe.
yeah, he did his first show and his second show. Um, I went to his second. Me and Weston went to his second show. It was pretty good. There was a few technical difficulties, but that's not on him. That was on the DJ.
Yeah,
It's
the
still. It was still.
DJ.
It was still over. The set was still overall good. Just a few technical difficulties, but the show was still a great show. And we've met a few other artists there, like Stuart Boulevard and whatnot, that he performed there. His show was pretty good. Me and him still keep in touch every now and then. He's a great artist. You should check him out. That's another friend and another associate person we rock with. But yeah, Jay the Renegade has 2 shows under his belt from Wing Fingers. Me as G100, we call it the G100 Wing Finger Chronicles. It's one of the many things, inside jokes slash memories we have. It's on our official website. We might drop that in the description. And Swag Ball has one under his belt with the wrestling thing. Technically, I have performance experience under my belt. It's just me freestyling in class. You can find a few videos on YouTube and on my website. Um, me freestyling in class when I was still in school because me and Western graduated back like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, to where we performed. No, we graduated. My bad. We graduated from high school and got our diplomas. We were fresh out of high school and school, so we graduated a few months ago. So it's been a minute since I've freestyled in class. This was like my 10th grade my 10th grade year in class, or my junior year, my sophomore junior year. I used to freestyle in my ag class, and people used to record it off their phones off of Snapchat and whatnot. So technically, but not actually, have performance level in my class. I just freestyle a lot sometimes for like just to screw around and have fun. On some Juice WRLD stuff, I just freestyle in class and have fun. I used to have the whole class lit because even though it seemed like we used to never do any work in that class, I did do work in that class. It may not seem like it not passed. We used to screw around. We used to screw around on that around in the class a lot. And I would have everybody lit as AF and just freestyle in the class. I don't know about you, Esther, and if you freestyle too much in class or have technical performance. But that's for me. That's technical performance under my belt. Performance experience under my belt.
Yeah, I've never had like an actual technical type performance. Never like
I
in
have,
class. Like I did it digitally, but I've never actually did it in person.
yeah, like for me, that's technical performance. But I never had anything on stage. Well, I lie. I have performed. I've did a little bit of mic performance for my family. I have a video there, but it's not online or nowhere. I have me singing like Lil Wayne's Miss Officer for my family on cause my uncle he has where he lives he has a little setup where he can play music and off of with Bluetooth and he has a mic with it so he can speak on the mic. So I did do that. So technically, but not really. Technically I do have a little bit of performance experience under my belt. Well, I'm not gonna call that performance experience. I'm gonna call that practice. I'm gonna call that practice. I have a little bit of practice under my belt, so when I am ready for my show, I'm not gonna be as nervous or as jittery under it. So I do have a little bit of practice under my belt. I might release the video, might not, but yeah, I do have a little bit of practice under my belt for performing. So like, I'm not gonna say experience, but I do have a little bit of practice under my belt with freestyling in class and performing for family.
Oh yeah. Well, I all right. So all right. So I'm stuttering. All right. So Jacob, also known as Jay the Renegade, he
Yes,
found the dude, the new member. Uh, I think it was called L.A. Jacob, La Jacob,
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Jacob too. I'm gonna call Jacob too for right now because he's like a tech. We've been talking to him. He's a candidate for a new artist for G100 and being in the G100 family in the group in the label. He's a candidate for a new artist being a new addition to the group, the label, the family, and whatever. Because
Pretty.
G100 is not just G100 is not just a group. It's not just a label. It's a family. It's people we known for a long time from like middle school to now. So anybody from G100 we've been known for a long time as a brotherly slash friend vibe and music just bring us close together and everything whatnot. So just as a heads up. But yeah, Jacob,
Yeah.
the other Jacob, not Jay the Renegade, a different Jacob in our group. We've been seeing what music he's got going on and whatnot. He is a potential candidate for our new member in G100. And we do
But
have a few. Do have a few. Not to interrupt you, but we do have a few honorary members who are not official members yet, who are also candidates to be under the G100 label, family, and group as potential full official artists. Sorry to interrupt you. What you were gonna say?
yeah, but like I said, I listened to some of his music. I listened to Minefield featuring Jay the Renegade. Jay the Renegade went off, I swear. Even LA Jake, like the ending was absolutely amazing.
I haven't listened too much of Jacob 2's music, but from what I heard it's pretty good. I like it. Like it. I listen to it every now and then. Like when I'm not busy, I get to listen to some of the G100s music. So make sure when it's released under the G100 name and label, it sounds good. So I want to make sure we put out the best quality content. We're not just gonna put anything out just to put it out and say, hey, we got new content to stay consistent. Like consistency is definitely key to this music thing, but like we're not gonna just put anything out just to put it out. We're gonna make sure it's quality and good to make sure before we put it out so it's not mediocre.
Yeah. Also, by the way, to go back to that little subject, Um, Minefield is definitely a checkout. It goes for everyone. Go check out Minefield. LA Jacob featuring Jay the Renegade. That's best song out of the Voodoo album.
Yeah. Jada Renegade on all social medias, all platforms where you ever listen to music, SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you listen to music is where you can find us at. You can even Google our name, and we'll pop up, and you'll find majority of our websites and listening platforms and social medias and whatnot. You'll find us there.
Yes, sir. Um, move
The
on.
most Moving on,
Go
our
on.
most consistent artist is probably like I'm not sure who it's hard to say who the most consistent artist is on G100 because y'all release a lot more than I do, and I try to do my best to keep up with it.
I,
But like it's hard to say who's the most consistent artist because y'all are kind of all y'all are kind of neck and neck with consistency, and I try my
yeah.
best to I, I try my best to keep up I try my best to keep up with what y'all post and repost it on the G100 Instagram page and wherever else we post our G100 stuff. So it's hard to keep up with because y'all have so much stuff. I don't want to go too much. I don't want to go too far back and be out of date. I don't want to be too far out of date.
Swear to God, do you like Dre the Prodigy? I swear to God, like we have more songs than him. I think the only songs that he released officially are just two songs. Like I'm
Yeah,
being
I
dead
have
ass.
technically I have three official release songs, but one of them I don't like, but everybody else likes is on private and it will be on private forever until I die. That was like that one is like the most popular one out of my three songs, but technically it's three, but I only have two as public, and the one that I have on private I do not like because it's me rambling. The beat's nice, but it's just me rambling. And I don't know why it's the most played. It's just me rambling some nonsense, and it's the most played. It's the most streamed song out of all my songs on SoundCloud. It's like it's the most streamed song out of all my songs. Like the most song I think the most whack song out of all three of my songs. Another level, and it's my second release song. Well, technically it's my third song, but I count it as my second one. That's actually good and it's worth listening to. You can find it only on SoundCloud and Spotify because YouTube with the instrumental we used, um, it's like it's
It's like
doing like
copyrighted. We don't. It's saying we don't have royalties, but I'm trying to get around it. I don't like I. Serious Beats doesn't even want to work. Like I'm just saying, he really doesn't want to work.
yeah, whoever Serious Beats is, but yeah, we're not hitting on Serious Beats. So like, I got a strike on my old channel, my old Dre Money 100 channel. By the way, if y'all don't, for those who don't know, my first rap name was Dre Money 100. When I was first trying to get into this music thing, I've been going out under that name. But I felt like that was too braggadocious. So like I felt something that was more cooler, more my level, my speed. So like when I did that, it got a temporary strike on my channel because of the beat. Because I tried to like repeal um the copy strike warning. It was just a warning at first. I tried to like get it like reappeal it when I and like taken off, but I forgot to cancel the reappeal, so I got a strike. I didn't take the full steps. I thought I didn't. I thought if I deleted the video off my channel, it wouldn't give me a strike, but that's not the case. So always be aware of what you are posting, what beats you're using when you're doing music. Make sure you have the rights and the royalties and the license for it, or your channel might get striked.
Yeah,
Like,
serious beats. You're fucked up for that. Like I'm, I'm just
like
saying, bro.
I'm happy the strike is taken off my channel because there's a copyright strike school thing where it after if you take if you pass the class, it's like a little like 30-minute class, and you just take the little test and you get out, you pass it. After like 60 days, 90 days, it takes the strike off your channel. So like technically I have three songs out, but it's only two you can listen to publicly unless I send you the link to the third one. That's private. So technically, I have two songs on, which is Another Level, and the official audio's on SoundCloud, Audio Mac, and Spotify, and like Spinrilla and other places you can find me at, but it's not on YouTube. If you want to watch like the full video, like the official video, you're gonna have to either go to my either have to send you the video or send you the link to our official my official website that I made, and that's where you can watch it at and other videos I have out. Otherwise, you can't find it on YouTube like that.
Yeah. And also, by the way, speaking of Another Level, there's not gonna be an official audio or official music video anytime soon since we'll get striked.
Like
So
not
if
at
you
least
want
not,
if you want to listen to it, there
well,
is there's an art track. There is gonna be like an audio, but like the official audio that's generated by YouTube. So you can go listen to that.
like official about it's a generated by YouTube, but like us if we upload it, we get strike. But if it's like our topic page, you can watch it there. It's like
Yeah.
you can
And
watch it on YouTube, but you can watch like the audio that's out by generated by YouTube, which is our topic page, which we don't control it right now. We don't control it at all. So you can watch
well,
the topic.
here's the thing, right? I connected my topic channel to my official channel. So now if you wanted to listen to Another Level, just go to my channel, go to playlists, go to music videos, go to albums and singles, and go to Another Level, not Another Level, New Wave, and there's a track called Another Level. You could go listen to that. And the songs by Dre the Prodigy. I was just featuring him.
Yeah, it's my song, but it's on his album. Most of the
Yeah.
songs most of the songs from me are on his albums because he releases more and he's more consistent. So it's my song, but it'll be on his album since he's come more consistent and he needs something to add to his album. So that's the only way you're gonna be able to listen to that album and listen that track on YouTube if you want to listen to another level. That's the only way you're gonna do it if you can watch it on the type of channel for either Dre the Prodigy or Western. That's the only way you're gonna listen to it if you're on the topic channel. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go to our other streaming platforms like Spotify, SoundCloud, Audio Mac, all those other ways that doesn't strike us down.
Yeah.
If you want to watch like the full video where I did like my old school Call of Duty gameplay from like Black Ops, because like Another Level is like it's technically like a video game song, I like to call it. It's technically a video game song, so I mix some old school gameplay with it. Some of my old school gameplay from my old channel, which I am not giving that out. I give it to you, but you won't be able to watch the videos on it. You'll be able to watch the music videos for Dre the Prodigy, but you won't be able to watch like the old gameplays in it because I put it on private because it's when I was like younger, when I back from like 2013 in middle school and up. You won't be able to watch that because I think that's embarrassing, and I'm not gonna have what's the dude Michael McCrudden all on before we were famous that like that. I don't want that embarrassing video on there, so you won't be able to find it, but you'll be able to find certain
Unless
like
somebody cracks the
songs.
code.
Yeah, that's crack the code. You'll find it. But yeah, it's old school gameplay. Like just it's no commentary. It's just old Black Ops 2 cop gameplay mixed in with another level on top of it. That's my official video because uh the idea I had for another level for action music video with us in it would be like kind of expensive. Like it's like a hard concept to like the match the game like this like the music video with the gameplay. You need to find a good concept for it. Until then, it's just the official video is just a game me playing a old school gameplay from like Black Ops 2 mixed in with the song. So that's the only official video out, and it's not on YouTube or anywhere. It's only on, you only can watch it on the Dre the Prodigy website.
Yeah. Next topic.
What is the next topic?
Since we're gonna get out of the how it all started. Well, I don't know. Have we talked about me and how it all started?
Well, how it all started. Well, I've always had experience with music growing up as a child. So my family, it's either music or sports. Like my cousin, AJ the musician, he's a singer, he's a writer, he's pretty big in the city. And like my other family members used to sing like in choirs and whatnot. And no one, they don't actually do music, but they have experience with music, with the being like with band or choir. And he knows, like, I used to like write songs in my head and always like do like be randomly singing in my head in class and like whatnot. And he always, sometimes he started playing around with the little beat maker apps in within the phone. So that's how I kind of helped them. I kind of introduced Western to music by like showing them the beat makers and whatnot, and he learned how to use it. He learned how to use it, and his first ever official musical piece of music is this beat called "Going On," which is a pretty good beat. It's like that's pretty. It's like it's pretty old because we were in like elementary school when that drops, and that's like his official first person music that ever came out. And he was like, this one was when he was going by Loving Heart, and he was posting random stuff to YouTube, as well as the little beat things, like the little he playing on the iPad with the beat makers like Drum Pad 24. That was that beat. I still play around to see what sounds good within there, but I don't use it as much because we have FL Studio and we're more knowledge on how to make music. That's when we didn't know nothing about music. That's when we didn't know nothing about music. We used Jump Pad 24. We used to upload beats. Then eventually, when we got more into middle school and high school era, we started doing more vocals and writing shit down. That's when I started getting them on more into the music thing and started putting putting stuff like labels on stuff, like putting like I started building up, trying to build our artist name. I started in middle school with the Dre Money rap name. I used to freestyle for people, but it was never like actually recorded on phones and cameras. It used to just be little quick little rap things and whatnot for like small groups and whatnot. Then as when we got more to middle school and like high school, we started becoming Western and Dread Prodigy more, and we just got more into music and just getting more knowledge in it, how to use the digital workspaces like FL Studio and whatnot. So we just learned how to do it, and eventually, for one Christmas, like a few weeks after that, I got money, and I bought like our first mic we started recording on was a Blue Snowball mic. I got it from Target for like $50. I remember like it was yesterday. I bought it for like $50,
Mike was pretty
and the guy,
bad.
the mic was not. It was pretty
it,
bad
it
because
wasn't that bad, but it was not.
it wasn't good at all. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it
Because
wasn't like
it's
studio
not
worthy.
it's not meant for it's not meant for like rapping. It's not meant for recording vocals. It's meant for recording commentary like this. So I was gonna use it for music and streaming and commentary, like whatever like gaming I can do. Like, 'cause, like we were pretty much broke. Like once you're like a freshman in high school and an eighth grader, you don't have much money because like you have money, but it's like whatever your mom gives you like for like chores, like as like what they call it, allowance and saving money up over time. So that's like whatever we can gather up, and like we used to use like the demo version of FL Studio and whatnot.
High school is where it started for me of using
Yeah,
FL Studio.
yeah. I always
So
like for me, I always had experience with FL Studio watching my dad make beats in his laptop, and it always used to amaze me. And he's always like I still have a bunch of his beats on the CD, and he still makes beats on the FL Studio and whatnot. So I have plenty of experience with it. I just not that's like some like the more technical aspects of it. I don't have so much experience with that, but I have a little bit of experience with it, just like recording and how to I know how to work just a little bit. But like just overall experience, I have a little bit experience with it. That's how we started. Is just recording like the two songs we said earlier, Another Level and Young and Wildin'. Part of Young and Wildin' was recorded on Western's phone in GarageBand. Then we transported the other half in the FL Studio and it was recorded on the Blue Snowball mic. And that's how we got to start with music.
Oh man, and all those times we were trying to record Young and Wild and on FL
Yo,
Studio, man.
yo,
I
like
still have the voice memo. I still have the voice memo for us creating it.
yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
actually to move on to to next topic, the story how we did Young and Wild and how Young and Wild came about. Me and Weston were just chilling. I was chilling at Weston's house on his side of the neighborhood because him and my grandmother live on the same street, just on different sides because there's a barricade in between, because there's a highway in between our side of the street. So me and him were just outside chilling. I guess he went to go check the mail or something, walk his dog. And we just randomly was singing random stuff. And we just came up with a hook. It was like basically like a freestyle session. We was just saying random stuff. And Young and Wild just came to be a random song. We just was singing in our heads, like because like for me, especially back when I was in school, I would like somebody would say something random or bring up something that would make me like think of a song in my head. In my head, I would just randomly make a song out of anything. So that's how that Young and Wild came about. We were just like young and wild. Like if you listen to like if we released the full memo, it was just us making a song out loud. It was just like a little random out loud thought process, and we just became a song. We put the hook down first. For like I I did had a note memo in my phone for it, but I never recorded my verse. I just recorded the hook for it, and the rest of it is Western's vocals. He I'm recording his vocals, so it's my hook, but it's his verse on it. And it's our song, and that's how Young and Wild came about because it was just us having our thought process out loud.
Oh, it's pretty wild. Like we were,
And that's
like it was completely bizarre. Like we had the FL Studio version of that song, but then for some reason it just got scrapped. There was like a corrupted file or something, and I was like, what? And I don't know. Like there was a corrupted file. I was trying to figure it out, but I just couldn't.
do you remember I was using my old Acer laptop like from like my 4 year old. It was already 4 years old. Was we using that or using that on that big desktop we used to use? Was it that one or was that old black laptop I used to have?
Um,
It
for
was one
Young
of
and
those.
Wild, and it was actually my mom's old computer.
Yeah. And then there was
Yeah.
another level that we were using either the old black laptop that was kind of slow, and or it was that big stupid desktop we had to connect to your TV because we didn't have like a monitor or anything. We had to connect through
Actually,
HDMI.
Actually, it was all on my mom's computer. I still remember that from my head.
Yeah, I think it
Like
was my computer.
anything we made, we just made on our mom's computer. Like and we tried to make another one. I forgot what it was called.
What's it? These woes. I'm not gonna say the real title, but like it was just us screwing around. Was it that it, or was it or
It
was
was
it
just it was us screwing around. It was at the
it
time
was
where my mom said she was gonna be somewhere, so we just we hopped up in the studio
yeah, we just
and
and I remember we made the fake pop filter with with printer paper, staples, and tissue paper. I remember that like it was yesterday. We used a homemade pop filter,
I still remember that to this day, man.
but we looked up on YouTube how to your dad helped us like bend everything and every night.
Oh
His dad,
yeah,
his dad can testify to this. He can tell this is a true story. This is not fiction. We took printer paper, tissue paper, and staples, and we bent it around like the built-in mic stand on the blue snowball because the blue snowball is like it's the mic. It's like a spear thing, and then it's like the stand that comes with it,
yeah. But
and that's how we.
yeah, but the only reason my dad helped us was only because he actually
He
saw the
believe,
passion and
yeah,
he saw the passion in both of us.
he's so passionate about, but he knew that this is not just hey, oh, I want to be on the rapper trend. This is something we actually have the talent. We actually have the passion and the fire for it. It's actually like, hey, this is what we're gonna. Hey, this is what you want to do. This is what we're gonna do. This is like my dad's the same way. Oh, this is what you want to do. You taking it serious. This is what we're doing here. So this is what you're gonna do. And the rest is just history.
Oh yeah.
I remember some of the songs we used to mess around. We actually called. I remember F that bell when we ain't going to class. I remember we used to sing that almost every day when the bell rang for lunch
Oh yeah.
as a
F
joke.
that bell.
Yeah,
We
we
ain't
ain't
going
going
to
to class.
class. Oh
Bro,
my god.
that is a classic memory.
Very
What else?
classic memory.
These woes. I don't know if I still have that. Probably not.
Oh yeah, that's been scrapped ever since I got new equipment. Like it's
I
nowhere to be
might.
found.
I might have it. I might not have it. I might have to check my old files. But I have
You
that.
might have it because you're a collector of audio.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a collector. Like before I restart, like if I have to, old computer, I have to restart. I make sure any files we need to keep and redo, or re-edit. I keep it to make sure we don't lose anything. Still on top of our music. A couple songs I've helped with that's yours. It's like technically it's our song, but it's under your name that I've like helped written. Like Short is a Deceiver. So like on the topics of how songs came about. I don't. What is the how did Another Level come along? While we still talking
Another,
songs. I'm not sure about.
another.
I'm not. I don't know. That was too, a foggy. I can't remember the story behind that. But I know like what the songs like. We could tell the story what the song's about technically, but I don't remember the story how that came along.
I don't. Yeah, I don't really remember that either. Like one day we actually saw the beat. I think it was the beat name. The beat name was actually called like
Yeah,
another level.
the beat was called next. The beat was called Next Level.
Yeah, it was
And
Next Level, and we decided to like change the name up a little bit because
because
we just said something that's not even the beat name. Like it says Next Level, we said another level, and I'm like, you know what?
yeah, and it said it's called Next Level. It was like, hey, the song like sound like a video game song. So like it was like, hey, let's make a video. Like the song was like, it was like, hey, let's make a video game song, like a video game like a half rap / video game rap song, and that's the story behind that. And now the story behind the next song I want to bring up in the story behind this one is your song Charted the Deceiver. That song I co-wrote that song. The story goes is I was at my grandma's house. I was at my grandma's house at the time. We were on FaceTime and he had played me this beat he made. I was like, ooh, this sounds like an Ian Dior beat. This is one of my favorite artists. New age artist. That's Ian Dior. It sounds like an Ian Dior beat. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna help you write the song. I was like, you get a verse, like you get a line, I get a line. We was going back and forth. And we just came along and we just made a full song. I helped them with the hook and the verse and everything. And we just sat down and wrote a whole song. How long did it take us? It didn't even take us long because we kept going back and forth.
It didn't even take as long. It was like the most easiest song to write. Like
How long did do you remember how long it took us to make that?
probably like 20, 30 minutes, maybe even an hour. Like it's
At the most
really short.
Like at the most it took us an hour to make. It took us an hour to make the song because we was going back and forth, back and forth. We was like going line for line over the phone on FaceTime.
Yeah.
And
Otherwise, it just didn't even take long at all. It just felt like I was like writing a page and
it felt like
already.
It felt like I was right next to him without being next to him. Cause like sometimes when we collect and like put our brains together, we can make a perfect song. Cause like I don't know what it is when we click, like we have our moments when we click, and we just make some like dope music. It's like we have something.
What happened?
I don't know what it
Because
is.
like, what happened though? Like, whenever I was at your house, we couldn't even think about anything. I was so starstruck. I was like, I don't know what to write. Not
like
starstruck. I'm using the wrong term. I was like dumbfounded and I couldn't even think about it.
Yeah, it's like we would go back and forth and we just had the same ideas. And your dad loves when we just click and we go back and forth and bounce ideas on each other. It's not just for music, like in music videos. I have that with most of my friends on G100. We bounce like the most genius ideas off of each other. You're like, whoa, that sounds so crazy. Let's do it. And then I made the little thumbnail slash picture for it for the album cover for the song for the song, and it was perfect because the when you listen to the song and you look at the like the thumbnail for the picture of the song, it matches so perfect. Cause like when you can tell like at first you're gonna look at it like what's going on, like why is the thumbnail of the picture like that? But when you listen to the song and you look at the picture, it makes sense. And you look at like the little picture because it's like a little animated picture. I slapped together in Photoshop, not Photoshop, well Pixar. Shout out to Western for introduced me to Pixar. I've been using Pixar for years now for almost everything: flyers, homemade pictures, album covers.
And by
I
the way, this
literally
is not
use
sponsored. This is not
no,
sponsored, by the way.
this is not sponsored in no shape or form. I'm just saying, shout out to Pixar. We've been using them for years for almost anything Photoshop related.
Yeah, it's
It
always helped me. I moved on,
for
but it's helped me.
for me, I kind of moved on, but I still use Pixar because it's the most simple one to use, and it's from the most basic um artwork to like to slightly most complicated. From like me just taking a picture of one of us and just like slapping a few like words together and making a sticker out of it and slapping the what you call it on it the Prince of our the explicit content logo on the picture, and bam, we're done, and just upload the audio, put the thumbnail on SoundCloud, and bam, we have the song and whatnot. And that's how most of our stuff comes along. And that's the story of how Charter the Receiver came along. It's just we were on the phone on FaceTime, going back and forth. I went in PixArt, made the thumbnail, sent it to him, uploaded it.
I do have this one song that I already finished. I finished this song just last night. Um but I don't know how I'm gonna play it because for the equalizer I'm using, I would have to switch projects and everything. Like my equalizer is weird. But
Maybe later on we can do like a separate video where we just do a compilation of all the stuff we talked about in one video. It's like part two of the part two. Like this is part one, and we just talk about we just doing the talking. Part two is all the music segments.
yeah, we're just starting off and we're just touching the surface here. So
Yeah, we just touching the surface. This is the very first episode of Keeping It 100 with G100, and this is just one half of G100. It's not all the artists. It's not everybody of G100. Eventually, in one of these episodes, we're gonna have all four members of G100 on here, and you'll see them all the mics and all the cameras on.
yeah, some of
Now
them
switch.
just might be on phone too because some of them they don't they don't even have like a home studio. Some of them actually go to a studio. Like
Yeah, some of them go to the studio. Some of them have small little setups like us. We don't have nothing too fancy, nothing too. Some that just gets the job done. Now switching the topic to music videos that I helped you without we've collaborated on. So
oh yeah.
what, what are you like? What videos do you want to bring up? Because like most of the videos we shot, I have a couple of one I shot in your bedroom, in your backyard.
Oh
You're like
yeah. Well, actually, that's the
you're
one
the main
that
artist I shoot videos for.
yeah.
So what videos you want to bring up that we can tell the fans and the viewers about that I've shot for you? Which what's the stories that you want to tell?
He only shot two. Well, there's a lot, but I didn't release
There's a
any
lot.
like.
There's a lot I've shot. There's some that we haven't released at all.
Yeah, so I only released two videos that he shot. One of them is Cut Marks CXT Marks. That was my first song ever that I've ever released on Spotify and everything. So keep that in mind. And I know
Yeah,
that if you go to like the album, it says I own the album, but my artist name is different. It says Weston instead of Westerns. Don't mind that. That was just a simple mix up, and it's gonna stay
yeah.
like that. It's gonna stay
Uh,
like that.
for like, there's two different videos of cut marks. There's the cut marks trailer with the watermark because I didn't have the full editing thing software at the time. Where we shot in the gym of our school. Was it our freshman year? No, that was not our freshman year. Was that our freshman
No,
year
it
or
was
what year?
that that was our
Was
sophomore
that
year.
that was our sophomore year? We shot the cut marks teaser video in the gym, and you had your little mask with the little blood, the fake blood spot on it with the little white mouth mask. This was before coronavirus. So me and Western and some like a handful of people were wearing the mouth masks as fashion.
Yeah,
You know,
it
when
was a
I
really big thing in the trap
yeah.
metal
Yeah, and the
genre.
trap metal
So
and just like the trap metal emo type thing, like just in general, just to be slightly cool. We wore mouth mask for fashion and whatnot.
yeah,
We wore it for fashion. And this was way before coronavirus, so we didn't predict anything or not. We're not no conspiracy theory person. We just wore it for the fashion of it.
yeah.
And we shot that.
Oh,
We shot that, and people were looking at us like weird as fuck. Like, what are they doing? We just shot the trailer, the slash teaser in our boys' gym during
oh.
time, during
Unless
gym class.
everybody was thinking, is there a new virus?
No, we were just shooting a random video, this random ass video in the middle of class right then and there. Now for the official video, I came back from my vacation from upstate New York. I came back, shot the video right in his bedroom, and we just did it right then. We edited and uploaded it.
Like
I know.
it
I think
was just it was yeah. Uh, as the next video that we're gonna talk about coming up after this topic, like concussion, it was exactly the same editing. Like I promise you,
same. Yeah,
exactly the
because
same editing.
no concussion and cut marks were edited in two different softwares. That's why concussion doesn't have the watermark and no well, the official video of cut marks and concussion was in the same software, but
It's just that the software.
the teaser was in a different software. It was in Filmorama and not anything we mention, any software, anything we mention is not sponsored. We just mention them. Um, Filmorama. That's why it has the watermark and the transparent watermark in the middle of the screen. But that wasn't the official video. That was just the trailer slash teaser. And then we
Yeah,
did it. What's the one we use?
it
What's
was
the software we
kind.
use?
I think it was
Kind
Kind
Master.
Master.
We use
Yeah,
Yeah, we use Kind Master for the official videos. It was the same thing. I think I have three videos because like there was one because cut marks was in in your house in your room. And I can't remember the other concussion was in your backyard. And I can't remember the other one that was recorded it was edited in Kind Master that was also in your backyard. But I shot and directed concussion and when I kind of did like I kind of coordinated the video and whatnot when we edited.
yeah. And I'm not even gonna lie. I
We
only
have enough.
looked. Go ahead.
Hold on one second. Me mute myself right quick.
All right. As I was saying, for concussion, it was I was looking emo at the first half, but then I absolutely changed up the look just to make it interesting. We didn't really do much in the music video. We did what was gonna do. So yeah.
But yeah, I was saying, yeah, those like there was I can't remember the other one, the third video I shot in your backyard, the second video I shot in your backyard that was edited in KineMaster. Sorry for that. I was talking to my mom. But yeah, the other one I was talking about, I can't remember the other one was, but there's another
The
video
other
on the
one,
way.
the other one, I know exactly what it is, and that's
I
like we
can't remember
edited,
the
but we didn't like take out any clips. We just added another clip at the end.
no no no
Um,
no no it wasn't. And I remember the other video. It was going up. It was going up. It
yeah,
was
it
going
was a
up. It
like it
was at, it
wasn't
was at my.
like I could say that it's a music video, but it's more likely a
Let's say like
live
a life.
studio mix.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
recorded in my grandma's house when I was living with my grandma at the time. It was going up. It was going up. We did. It's a shirt. It's the shirt you got on that you used in that video. It was that shirt, one of my jackets, and my Naruto headband. And we recorded it
oh
with
yeah,
my makeshift mic stand, boom arm, and my Scarlet mic, my my Focusrite Scarlet mic. None of this is sponsored in any way. I'm just mentioning these things that we use if y'all want to do what we do. So we used that and we shot it right in my bedroom. I sat on my bed and everything. I stood on my bed and everything to shoot that video to get those angles. We had this little wooden coffee table, and I have this computer I'm using right now to use my camera. I use this exact computer. We used FL Studio and everything, and we shot that video right then and there in my bedroom at the time. I was living with my grandmother because it used to be like that bedroom where we shot at used to be my aunt's old bedroom when she was in high school, and then the flood happened, and then they just re-renovated it and everything, and that's where I used to stay at when I was living at my grandmother's house at the time we shot that video. Now there's a fourth video I shot recently that hasn't dropped yet. That's up to you because it's your song and your video. Can we mention that?
well, I did decide I wasn't gonna drop it at all because
Like
of
it's
like what kind of softwares I use. I for the vocals I use GarageBand, but for the beat I used FL Studio, and I decided to not drop it because of the reasoning
can
for
we
the
ju-
vocals
as the song is
being
songs released the song can we the song's released, right?
the
Song's
song's
released,
not
right?
released. It's not released, and I don't think it's ever gonna be released.
I,
Like it,
I don't want to mention it. It's up to you. It's up to you if you want to mention it and reveal it. Even though it's not released. We can still talk about it.
yeah.
It's up
Well,
to you though. It's your,
just a quick disclaimer. The song happened. It was on SoundCloud for a while, but then I
it was on.
dropped it out
Took it,
because it was taken down. I didn't want to release it or
yeah,
anything.
the
I
video was
got
shot. The video was shot in this very room. It's very like cinematic. Like the idea was crazy. In the end, it's like it's a good video. The song's not released or it's on private at least. For only a few handful of lucky listeners got to hear the song and whatnot. But it's a good idea video. It's a crazy idea concept. Maybe we will have like a genius style video where we break down the video and song.
Oh wait, you
And
know what? I think I did release it. I think I did release it. You're
I
talking
want
about
to.
I Cry, right?
Yes, I'm talking about I Cry.
Yeah, that was all released.
Can we talk?
It
So
wasn't.
we can talk about it, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we can
mean,
reveal it. We can reveal it since we're talking about it. So it was I Cry, and we shot it in this very room. And it's a dope idea, a dope concept. I shot it in all. I'm not in the video, but I shot it. Well, I'm at the end. I'm towards the end. I'm not gonna reveal too much about it because it's more like a cinematic type act. It's like we did acting in it. We did do a little bit of acting in it, but it's mainly him, and it's just a music video. And it's just a great concept, and like that was like one of the most dope video I ever shot. He was doing this little ghetto little setup with the little LED lights, this little flashlight. He was trying to make it like a real. It was like almost like a full setup, but it was like a low budget, like a really low budget movie, um, a really low budget music video, and it was the crazy with the way we did it. And I Cry, only a few listeners for I Cry only a few listeners got to listen to I Cry, but the video is not released, so you can't find it anywhere unless we release it.
Yeah, and unless you just find it from some from some website, because I don't know, maybe we have, or maybe we have not, but
No, we
yeah,
didn't release. I know we didn't release I Cry yet because I don't know if you have the full video. Cause I know we shot it. I don't know if you and Living Only edited it yet.
yeah,
I don't know if you,
I don't I don't think we're gonna do the music video.
that's up to
Um,
you if you want
yeah.
to leave it in like the G100 vault for right now, and then we can do like some type of lost tapes and lost files type thing where we reveal some unreleased / behind the scenes stuff with G100.
That's definitely a must because I like doing shit like that. Like I'm gonna be honest, I really like doing shit like that. That's why I post songs in SoundCloud before it's released. Like that's exactly why I do that. Because I love just showing off unreleased shit for some reason.
Yeah. Uh, that video is definitely a crazy one. Part of the skit, we have to do the dub over. Like we have to like stand together by the mic to do the dub over, so it sounds like so we can sync it up with the video. So we did this
Okay,
part of the dub over.
I'll be right back. Keep the viewers entertained.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep talking about the video. But yeah, we did the dub over because we recorded the video of it, and then we did the dub over in FL Studio, and that was what we did it, and it's not unreleased because it's not fully edited yet, but definitely when if we do like a lost files episode for Keeping It 100 with G100, well, definitely might sneak that in there just to have something to entertain y'all to see what has we've been like holding in. So like we might have a bunch of stuff that you've never seen behind the scenes, takeouts and edits and videos we've just been saving and tracks we've just been holding in. We just definitely have a lot of stuff we have in store for y'all with G100, and it's definitely going to be entertaining. And we're definitely gonna keep this podcast up because this I this idea of the podcast originally came from my own podcast I was doing when Corona first started, which was not to plug my own stuff, even though it's what this is for. Um, I had this podcast called The Prodigy's Room, and it was just me doing the same thing we're doing right now, but it wasn't any video; it was just audio. And it was me playing music from G100 with the artists of G100, and me talking to y'all like a radio podcast or a radio show. I'm not sponsored. Again, none of this is sponsored. Not paying us to do none of this to mention it. But I used to use this audio thing called Spoon. I used to podcast off of it, and I could play like little radio sound effects to make us feel like a radio show / podcast. And I used to play the random noises before I came back in from the commercial break and playing music. I didn't really have anything to talk about at the time because I was just me. It was just me on the podcast at the moment. So I didn't really have no topics to talk about. So I just would say what song was playing, who the artist was, and whatnot on the song and who made it of G100. I used to play not just G100 artists. I used to play the like people we fucked with. So like other artists we know that's local from around the Lafayette, Louisiana area where we stay at. So that used to be what I used to be played on the podcast I used to do. Some of the episodes are still findable or parts. It's just one big episode where it's broken down into parts because Spoon is only out with your free count. You only can record so much time, so I have to break it down in parts it needs to be different music aspects, like different music segments and different songs played from G100. Some of them you won't be able to view or find because they didn't get copyright striked, but they got copyrighted warning because of some of the instrumentals we use or some of the samples, like sample skits we used. Some of those are copyrighted from movies and whatnot. Because I'm like that old school person who used to use skits from movies and whatnot. So that's where this podcast idea came from. So just keep me on G1. Recently, we just put the name together. Keep me 100 with G100. Just roast off the tongue. So that's where the idea and the story behind this podcast comes from. It comes from my podcast, The Prodigy's Room, because it comes from my name, Dre the Prodigy, and I just did it live from my bedroom when I was living in my grandma's house with my mic. And Western is back. Yeah.
We are back.
Sorry for the lagginess. Sorry, there might be a slight delay. I was just telling them about the story of how the podcast came to be.
All right. Thanks for catching me up.
Yeah, because like I was telling them how the Dre the Prodigy podcast turned into this one, The Prodigy's Room. You can still find a few parts of it, like the first episode, and you can find all the parts in the first episode on YouTube. It's on my channel. I might share the link with it if y'all would be interested in that. But it's just me introducing songs from G100. It's not me talking or anything. It's just me playing music and introducing the songs like a radio show, like a radio station. It's not a real podcast like this one's gonna be.
This podcast is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Trust me.
It's just a basic little podcast, and we'll find a way to where y'all can tune in live. Well, to watch live instead of just watching it after being pre-recorded. Well, I'll try to find a way to do it live. Maybe I'll do it on Spoon, like the way I used to do it. Again, none of this is sponsored. Spoon is the first where this podcast started off of. Well, my podcast, and then Tristan Western wanted to continue to pick up where I left off on my podcast. I was like, hey, instead of just doing me, a full podcast about me, let's just do a G100 branded podcast.
Wait, did I say that or did you? Like, I'm completely honest. I forgot.
Yeah, you wanted to continue my podcast, but everybody else in the chat was like, let's just do a G100 podcast. The rest of G, like, all I have for G100 was like, let's just do all of us in one room. But like, we don't have all that equipment yet to do everybody in one room yet. So when we get the equipment,
we just need like a long table, a shit ton of mics because audio is completely a thing. We need a person that's gonna operate the stream and the camera angles. We're gonna have like multiple cameras around the room too.
Yeah, when we get the money and the budget for that, well, upgrade equipment. Maybe you'll see all of us in one room eventually. But until then, you'll be seeing 4 different camera angles and 4 different views and 4 different mics.
The idea we have,
it's
insane.
And this is kind of like the most safest way since coronavirus or not. And some people are iffy on that, so it's like the safest way to do it remotely from each other's bedrooms, from 4 different bedrooms. It's still entertaining either way.
It would have been better if we started earlier, but since we didn't have the equipment for it,
yeah,
we're gonna make some moves.
Yeah. Next topic.
Talk about like let's see. I don't know the full story for Jacob J the Renegade.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was also in it for G100.
Mm-hmm.
Like first he was just all for himself, because he
Yeah,
that was at the point whenever first he was Jay Veneno. He was just doing it for
yeah.
himself.
Originally, it was just us two. Well, first it was just me. Like, well, I'm gonna tell you how. Let me tell you how G100 became about in a minute. But I'm gonna tell you about me and what the label was at first. At first, it was just me, and it was when I was at the time I was Dre Money. I just had Dre Money Records, and it was just me. Well, Dre Money 100 Records, and it was just me. And I let Western claim it just to have something he can put in his description or whatever. And it was just me. And eventually, I just changed the name because my coach, when in my freshman year at school, my science teacher, he gave me the name G, and it stood for Gizmo, as in Gizmo from the Gremlins. Good, I guess reminding him that. So I flipped the G into Great. So the G in G100 stands for Great 100 Records. So that's the story behind that. So at first it was just J Money 100 Records, and he wanted to claim something. So like eventually, he was on the label. It was just us two for a long time, and it was G100 Records. And then eventually, like always considered him when all of us became friends and homies when he wasn't officially on the label, but I always considered him a part of it. So eventually he said, I want to be in G100. I said, fine, let's do it. This is what it's going to be. Then it was just the three of us. And then eventually Western was like, hey, I added somebody to the group. I was like, who? Because I didn't know who he was talking about. He's like, Tom. I was like, fine. Because the way we all knew each other and this came to be about, at first, it was just Tyler, and Tristan. We knew each other since middle school. So we just been friends for like a very long time, all the way to high school. Like, cause Tyler, and Tristan were still friends, but Tyler went to military school, and then we eventually got back in touch with each other after that. But it was just the three of us, Jay the Renegade, and Western and me, and we all was in the group, and that's how the story of G100 came to be about.
Yeah, and the honorary member. Well, only one honorary member. Trell, also
Trail
known
or
as
as a
being
asylum.
Asylum. Yes.
He's our honorary member, and
He thought about making music. He really thought
yeah,
about making music.
yeah. I told him
But
he's an honorary member.
I felt like he was trying to rush it though. Like
Yeah,
he
he was
was
trying to rush it.
yeah, he was trying to get music out the way, but he just couldn't because he's not motivated, but he wanted it to get it done.
Also, you didn't have the money or the equipment to do it. But like, if I had extra equipment, I would have gave it to him. And technically, Jacob too says LA Jacob. He's also an honorary tech. He's in the running for it. He's not an official member, but technically, but not really. Technically, he's a honorary member until everybody decides he wants him in. Cause I gotta talk to everybody in the group because it's not just my decision as the owner and founder. It's up to everybody else if they want them in the group. That's like that has to be an all in hand on deck in vote.
You know what? Like whenever I was about for making my album, I did somehow forget one song. And that one song was that one hype for that album. Remember Legend in the Making. I was supposed to put that one song in Legend in the Making, but I just didn't
Yeah.
because I forgot about it. But I don't know. I don't know where the track is. I will find it soon enough after this podcast.
What song was it?
It was I think I don't want to say it out loud because it's not fully released yet, and I know I teased everybody, but I archived the post
Is it what I think
like I
it is?
always
Is it
do.
I'm gonna say it in code. Is it KNYC?
A in
It's the New
Y.
York. I'm gonna sing the melody. I'm gonna sing the melody. It's the England in New York. I can't actually sing it,
There's
but
no. That's on the album. That's on the album for sure.
also King of New York is on the album. I was saying
Yes.
it in code. I was saying it in code. I was saying it in code, so nobody saying it. So I can't reveal too much. I don't
Yeah,
want to. I don't reveal. I don't want to reveal anything unless you want to reveal it.
here. The album that I was supposed to drop on Legend in the Making starts with an M.
I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of it right now. If you probably can like play it in code and like try to refresh my memory, I probably can get it. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't. So my memory is a little hazy on that one.
You made a beat to that one. I know you made a beat to that one. It was
Yeah,
yes. It starts with an M though.
yeah. I can't remember at the time. If I my
And that
memory,
beat
my
was
memory
tough as fuck. I'm not even gonna cap. That beat was tough as fuck.
it's like it's one
Um,
of my. It's not all that because one of my first beats. I'm just starting out making beats. I'm not I'm not the real producer slash DJ of the group. That's Western and Swag Boy, and sometimes Jada Renegade. They are those three are more the DJs and the producers of the group. I'm just starting to produce because I want to learn how to do everything as an overall artist.
seriously though, that beat was fucking tough. I'm I'm not even capping.
And you made my
Um,
and you made my beat tag for that one, but I think you lost that first beat tag, so you have to make my new one, which is
yeah,
Prodigy made the beat sang,
yeah,
which
yeah, but
that's that beat tag is pretty tough.
yeah,
I
I
love that beat. I love that. I love that beat tag.
yeah, I also had another song that meant to be on the album, but I don't know what happened to it. I tried. I think that's also in my vault. I just need to go check it out. Like this, that one starts with a P. No, 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 no. It doesn't start with a P. It starts with a G, and it ends with a P.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But oh, hold on. Is Sharded the Deceiver the one I helped write? I told the story about it. We told the story about it earlier on the podcast.
Yeah.
Is that a single or is that on one of your albums?
It's
I think that's a
it's
single. I think,
a it's a single and one on the album.
which album is it on?
By the way, this album is not on YouTube. I swear to God. I don't know what happened whenever the music group thought. I don't know what the music group thought whenever they were trying to put it on, but it's not on. There's no there's no
Trace to them.
songs. It's the album's
And Shrek.
called Western versus Tristan.
Yeah.
Um
Oh,
that
you just
never
reminded
got
me.
that
It never
never
got
got
released.
No, it
You
got
just remi-
released. It got released, but it didn't release on
released on
YouTube for some
YouTube.
reason. Yeah, I don't
You
know
just,
why.
you just reminded me of a story I gotta tell right now. There was an album. There was supposed to be an album called Dre Money 100 or Dre Money or whatever how you want to pronounce it. Dre Money versus Dre the Prodigy, and that was never released. I only had one track on there, and the only reason why that didn't get released is because of the title of it. Because the distributor was using at the time. This is not to give hate, and this is not to promote them. This is your opinions, your opinion of them. If you have experience with them, that's fine. This is just our experience. It was Root Note at the time. It was Root Note at the time, and they say I stole my name from the band The Prodigies, the Prodigy, and they also stole it from Dr. Dre, because like Dre the Prodigy, Dre the Prodigy. So they say I stole the Dre part from Dr. Dre, and I stole the Prodigy part from the band The Prodigy, which the singer is no longer alive. RP died like a little while ago. And so I stole it from them. So the album was never
Yeah,
approved. The album was never approved. Only and the only we can never find the full album cover. So I always wanted the album cover of it. I only could find one half of it because we put two pictures together to make it like two different people. Cause like there's the album Tip versus Ti, and I was trying to do like that. So it's me like two pictures of me and us acting like us two different people like versus like a versus battle. And that was never released, and we lost the that's one of the long lost album covers. So we can find one half of the picture. We can just have to find the other half of it. So we only have one photo of it. So we only one half
yeah,
of the covers.
yeah.
So that's one of the long.
We have so much mysteries that we left behind in the
Yeah, we have
music.
a lot of long lost files we lost a long time ago. We completely lost. We only have one half of it. We don't like we lost like one half, and the other half we have, but we lost it completely.
Yeah. I
It's
know
like,
like Living Only is the friend of G100. I know that he
yeah,
is like this is off topic by the way.
this is
Um
off topic.
yeah, so I hear he's making an album. I think I could say it because everybody was asking about it. This album's called Entwined Worlds. Like keep in mind Living Only is really spiritual and he was always
It's says
that
in the
type of
name.
yeah, and like he like his whole plot in music was to tell people what's the point of dying if you ain't living. He's literally like one of those rappers that'll get you out of depression just to make you feel happy again. Um,
Well, we can talk about like it's okay if we talk about other artists as long as they're associated with G100 and we are friends with them. It doesn't mind because it's not just all about G100. We talk about other people too. It's talking about friends of G100. We talk about G100. We also talk about pop culture, what's going on in rap, what's going on with celebrities. This is just the overall podcast about it's a multi-topic subject channel slash
oh
podcast.
yeah.
So
So then,
whatever comes up, it comes up.
yeah, we could talk about it.
Continue. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can talk
So
about it too.
so Living Only said it doesn't matter if I can say the album name, as long as long as we don't leak any of his songs. So I think we could do pretty fine with that.
Yeah,
Um,
the only way I reveal anything about the artist if the other artist allows us to talk about it. I don't want to reveal anything if they don't want us to reveal it. If they don't want us to reveal it, we can't. We're not gonna talk about it. But if they want, if it's already revealed, then it's fine. We talk about it. So whatever you, so anything that's not supposed to be out or not supposed to be leaked, we're not gonna. Gonna just leave it alone. We can if we're allowed to give little hints, we'll give you little hints and a little secret code to like to keep you entertained and teased, but we won't actually reveal anything.
yeah. So as I was saying, the album's called Entwined Worlds. He made, I think his progress. I don't know how many tracks it's gonna be, and I'm gonna keep that a secret because I don't know if he wants everybody to know, obviously. But so far he made 2 songs. He's trying to release it by by the end of December, I think.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but that's not my choice. That's not my decision, and it's fully up to the artist. I don't control nobody. I don't tell them what to do. It's their music. You do what you want to do. You have full control. But it's never a good idea to release new music during the holidays or after the holiday or during the holidays because they don't think it's all old. So I just wait until the new year to release it. So like wait till the month after December to release it because they're gonna think it's old music when you release it right then and there. Don't release nothing during the holidays because that's what most people in it. That's like an old tale slash an old how you say it an old legend. That's why most people don't release music during the holidays or before or during because everybody thinks gonna think it's old music. It's like you don't have nothing new, and I never understood that until
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
Until somebody told me that, that's why I never understood like why. Now until somebody told me that, so like that's why I don't think that's a very good idea. But if he wants to release it, go on ahead. I'll be more than willing to listen to it. I'm open to anything.
Yeah. I don't know what year he's going to release it in. I don't think it's going to be
Yeah,
2021. I think it's going to be 2022.
yeah, it should be. It's gotta be. Should I think it's just a recommendation if you see it. Just I would think do it sometime in 2022 as soon as possible. 2022. I wouldn't do it anywhere towards the end of 2021. If you're gonna do it in 2021, do it in the next few months while it's still in the middle of 2021 because everybody's gonna think it's old music if you do it direct sometime at the very end. It's gonna be a very old album that's like, oh, this is old. You ain't got no new music. Come with some new stuff. So I would either release it sometime soon in the middle of 2021 or at the beginning of 2022.
Yeah, you know what they say, new year, new me, and it's if you
That's
don't
bull.
show that and you say If you say that you're gonna drop it at this specific date in December and drop
Yeah.
it straight to 2021 before New Year's, they're gonna say you're old, regardless of how new it is.
No matter how old new it is, if you do it too late to like if you do it too late in the middle, they're gonna say it. So if you do it too late towards the end of 2021, if you do it towards the very end of 2021, they're gonna say it's old music. No matter how new, you can drop it like say today is like the 30th, like say it's like the holidays. If you drop it today and it's like during December, they're gonna say it's old because you dropped at the very end of 2021. So you're gonna have to do it the smack dab in the middle of 2021, or you're gonna do it at the very beginning of the year because they're gonna say it's old. That's why nobody releases music during the holidays or at the end of 2021 because they're gonna say it's all old music.
Yeah, I would do it like if I were to drop music and make it completely new. New Year's is definitely the way to go. I tried to drop I Wanna Die on New Year's, but I couldn't. So I
Yeah,
rescheduled that and I called that song
the New Year's
the to-
anthem.
I think yeah,
I
it
think
was something like
I,
that. The 2020 anthem, I think.
I can, yeah, it was something like that. And I remember we dropped it. You dropped it on either. Wasn't that sophomore year? Wasn't that
Um
sophomore year? I think that was
uh,
sophomore year
uh,
because you told me about it when we was in Miss Washington class. That's when we had Miss Washington's class together. That's one of our old teachers because we were in all Miss Washington class for like IF or study hall or something like that. And you showed
something like
me it.
that.
And wasn't that
I
when you used to when we used to use not nah, what's that one you used to use sound loop? I can't remember that one thing you used to use on the Chromebook. I can't remember what it was called. It was a
it
website. I
was
can't remember what it's called.
I still remember it till this day. I think it was audio tool or something.
Audio Tool. It was Audio Tool. This is not sponsored, but it was Audio Tool. I remember you used to use Audio Tool a lot to record. That was one of the main ones you used to record. This is not sponsored, but that was the I could never get into it because it was too difficult to use. For
Oh
me, it was too
really?
difficult to use. So I just listened to all your stuff off of Audio Tool. So a lot of his music is off of Audio Tool and it's on like a lot of his platforms. A lot of them are long lost or just on private because off of Audio Tool.
Yeah, I have a lot of unreleased songs on audio tool. Um
And you have a lot of leaks. You have a lot of leak stuff off of Audio Tool.
oh yeah, a lot of leaks. I swear to God, whenever this is off of my album. It was called, I think it was Predictions 2. And
The live album.
yeah, the live album. Like it was when I'm talking about live, I'm talking about like everybody was appreciated whenever it came out. I swear to God. And
Yeah.
almost it was great. But yeah, in Predictions 2, I released some old songs, some new songs. I had this one song. It was called "Hold Me Tight." Everybody loved it. Everybody. I even
I think that's the other video I shot. I think that's one of the other videos I shot, but we never released.
bro, I'm telling you right now, "Hold Me Tight." It was
I
so
don't think
good
it
that
was.
somebody remixed it and put like a synth wave beat to it, and I'm like, oh
I
my god.
can't.
Even my
I think.
even my dad even liked it. And he was like,
I think we did shoot a video for "Hold Me Tight." I think we did. I can't remember though. It's been so long ago.
I
I
can't
think we
I
did
can't
though.
remember either. I
I
can't
think we
remember
did shoot a
either.
video for "Hold Me Tight." I think we did. I think we
Bro,
absolutely did shoot a video for that.
bro.
I,
When I
I
say this song's crazy, it's unmixed and shit, but
yeah,
it was
but I think that's the
great.
song. I think that's the song. We did shoot a video. I can't remember. I think we did do that video for that.
Oh man, I wanted to
Yeah,
figure out if we actually did do the video for it because
a
that
song I wanted to
song
talk.
that song really needs a music video. It's well
Yeah,
overdue and
well
it
overdue.
needs a
Yeah,
music video.
I have a video for I recently shot a video for Jada Renegade, Jacob one. It has not been released yet, so I'm not gonna. I gotta tell you, I did shoot a video with him recently. That's all I'm gonna review because I'm not gonna reveal it unless he wants to reveal it. Even though it's gonna be under my label and it's gonna be with him, I'm not gonna reveal too much about it. Should I? Hey, should I song the song? One of my songs, the song I've been planning for. I've been trying to find the perfect stuff for it. Should I tell him the song I've been trying to plan? You know what I'm talking about.
The song that you've been trying to plan.
I'm putting the code out. Should I tell him? Should I
Yeah,
tell him?
I have to be right back. Just keep them entertained. Sorry if I'm leaving a lot now.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I
Yeah.
think you should tell them, but don't
All
tell them
right.
like the concept on how you're gonna release it, and when it's gonna come out. You know.
Yeah. So I have a song called "We Know," but I've been trying to plan out so perfect because I feel like it's gonna be like one of my biggest songs. It's gonna be a hit. So "We Know" is supposed to be a song I've been planning for a very long time. I've been trying to find the perfect beat for it, and I finally found the perfect beat for it. And I feel like the beat I finally made the beat myself because I've been trying to find the perfect beat. It just needs to be clean because it's kind of bad because like it's not bad, but it's also good. I recorded it in Soundtrap. This is 100% not this is not sponsored for anything. I'm not getting paid to mention none of these softwares, none of these companies. I used to use a thing called Soundtrap by Spotify. And so I'm recording to her. So I made the beat in Soundtrap, and the plan is to put it into FL Studio. But after it's cleaned up, I'll put my vocals over it. So it's gonna be on one of my albums. It's gonna be I might not put it on an album since it's gonna be a big hit. I think it's gonna be a big hit. But this is gonna be one of my biggest songs. So I think it's gonna be one of my biggest songs. So I think sorry, I'm hearing the noise outside my room. So I think it's gonna be one of my biggest songs. And I think it's gonna be an awesome song. I've been planning for song. I have the hook and everything for it. This is gonna be one of my biggest songs ever. So we know it's gonna be a big song. One of my biggest songs ever is gonna have a video and everything for it. I think you're gonna love it. We know it's a song I've been planning out for a very long time, and I hope you other guys really like it. And I'm gonna like this is one of my songs I put in my all into it. So I'm gonna put everything I got. It's not everything, but like, I'm gonna put a lot into the song. And I'm gonna put a lot of hard work into it. So it's very good and it's very entertaining for y'all. We know it's gonna be something that might blow me up, and if it does, I want y'all to go download that, stream it, make it blow up because I think this song is gonna be an absolute hit. And I just love the song. I think this is something I've been holding in for a long time. It's one of the songs I've been holding in. I've been trying to be working on, and I've been reviewing and pulling up different beats for different songs. But I definitely will have more content for you soon when I start recording more. So I have a lot of stuff written down, and Western will definitely help me record these to get them out to you. Because my problem is I don't release that much. I have very good music, but I don't release that much. So I have a lot of stuff in the vault that I will be letting out of the vault, but I got a lot of stuff I will not be letting out of the vault until the I feel like it's time. But yeah, this song is gonna be one of my best songs I ever had. I've been working on it for a long time, for a while, probably like a lot of months, probably like a year or two. I've been sitting on the song. I've been sitting on it forever. Like I've been sitting on the song for a long time, and you might get this very soon. But this is a song I might drop very soon. I've been working on it very hard, and I put my heart in the song. And I think you're gonna love it. But yeah, that's one of the songs that's been in the vault for a long time, and I've been wanting to reveal it. And I'm not gonna reveal too much of the concept on the video and the song of it until I record it and it's ready to be for public listening, for public use. It's not gonna be released soon. It's gonna not gonna be. It's not gonna. Just, I'm gonna just wait. It's gonna be a masterpiece. And the song is gonna be good. So 'cause I've been singing that song. I've been singing on it so long. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. I love it, and I think you're gonna love it as well because I've been sitting on it so long. So it's got to be good. It's got to be perfect. Another one of my songs that's gonna be another one of my songs I've been sitting on is I have a song called Circles. That's another song I've been sitting on for a while that my vocals needs to be put on. Circles is also gonna have a music video for that one. I've been sitting on that song for a while, and that one and Memories. I have like a couple songs I've been sitting on that definitely are going to be released sometimes, should be released sometime soon, that I've been writing and working on and trying to get people to get on. Like I haven't been sitting on Circles and Memories for a long time, for a while, maybe a few months now, but I haven't been sitting on it that long. But definitely We Know is a song that I've been working on and I've been wanting to like make for a long time. But Circles and Memories are also gonna be a good song. A song it's made by one of my favorite producers off of YouTube, and it's gonna be great. I have some other people. Young Rose is gonna be on Circles, and also Western is gonna be helping him out with Circles a little bit, and it's gonna be dope. That song is also gonna be a big song, and it's a song you can just vibe out to. Most of my music you can just vibe out to, and you're gonna love it. Most of my songs I've been sitting on, and I think you're gonna absolutely love and enjoy. Cause I'm not gonna put anything out unless they're a masterpiece. So yeah, those songs are definitely in the. I got some of those songs in the tank ready to go and gassed up and whatnot, and it's just gonna be dope. So I'm gonna just keep talking until Western comes back. Next topic. Ooh, let's see. Let's see what we're talking. We all have a bunch of like videos and ideas just charged up for y'all, and not just me, Western, Jacob, like Jay the Renegade, and everything. This is gonna got a bunch of stuff in the vault for y'all. That's just gonna be dope. Sounds like Westman's coming back in a minute. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you're gonna absolutely love. Let me get my water right quick and keep talking. Stay hydrated. But yeah, I'm starting to get better with producing. So a lot of like the mixtapes and songs we're dropping soon is gonna be mainly produced by artists from people from G100. The people in the camp of G100 is gonna be mainly like the most songs we're gonna release and drop are gonna be mainly produced by G100, but or a few exceptions with people outside of G100, like the friends and associates of G100, they'll have a few like things to do with it. But maybe I've like maybe 3 or 4 beats might be out of purchase from YouTube. That's people like that's off of YouTube, but mainly everything's gonna be all original. That's what we're about. We're about originality. So a lot of the stuff is gonna be all original. If like I know a lot of people like all original, so everything can be all original, all new, fresh content, and you're gonna really enjoy it. So that's the stuff we have in store for you. We know when it drops, when we know drops, I want you to go download it, stream it, everything. We know. I just like, ooh, I just love this song. It's one of the songs I absolutely love, and it means a lot to me. So yeah, that's one of the ones I have in the tank and the store for y'all. That's one thing that's really gonna be one of the big things in G100. Um, I have an idea. I might have to make a like a little it's like a little documentary of like behind. I'm gonna have an idea for a documentary. I'm not gonna reveal too much about it. Uh, I have a documentary ideas, one for me and one for G100. And the idea for G100, I'm gonna do lost files of G100, and I'm gonna do life for fame of G100. All right, I was telling them about like stuff I got involved. So I was telling them about We Know, like the song We Know. The song We Know. I've been sitting on for like forever now. that I've been trying to write and find the perfect beat for. I was telling them about that. I was telling them about the song Circles that we've been trying to record for like forever now. Circles, we've been trying to record Circles, and we know for a long time that no, yeah, that memories and old news, that and old news. I forgot to mention old news.
Yeah.
We were trying to record those four songs for the longest time, especially we know.
We know it was number one on the list.
It's the highest one on the list. It's like supposed to be like it's supposed to be the biggest hit of like one of the biggest hits in G100, especially for Dre the Prodigy, aka
What,
me.
like, what track list do you think it's like rating on the track list? What number do you think it is? Because I know you got the
It's either
introduction.
it's either gonna be like the interlude or one of the ending tracks when you sign off the album. Cause it's like one of them vibes that's like an interlude vibe, or it's like this is like one of the best songs off the album. That at the end, you put like some of the best album at the end. Also, I've been telling
Oh,
them. Also, I've been telling them about a few documentary ideas, like the Lost Files of G100, like the behind the scenes, unreleased stuff with G100, what they do with my camera. But also, I was telling them about my my documentary, Jada Prodigy Life for Fame. The documentary I've been trying to record forever now. They're telling us like documenting it's like a vlog documentary where I just document my everyday life before we blow up. I've been telling them about that.
hmm.
We just have a lot of stuff in store that we have so much we can tell them about. But like I don't want to tell them too much without I want to tell them so much, but I don't want to reveal too much until it's done.
That's always a challenge.
Yeah. What's the next topic?
Um, we hit the 1.5 marker. The one
An
hour and a
hour?
half marker. Yeah.
It's been an hour. It's an hour into our first episode of Keeping It with G100, Keeping It 100 with G100. All all unscripted.
Unscripted, baby. Are you like
I haven't moved from the
next
spot
topic?
since I haven't moved from the spot since we started. I only reached over to get my water a few times, but I haven't left from the spot. I've been hitting the spot for at least an hour.
Really? I literally
Yeah,
went to go use the bathroom, and then I had to take my dog out, and then I have to take the trash out. Like this.
I haven't
I
moved from the spot for at least an hour.
damn, dude. Like let's see what I can remember because I don't know. You've been in contact with a lot of people. I was trying to work on music as always.
Yeah, I've been in contact with a few artists, but I haven't been in contact with a few people. But I haven't been in contact with a lot of people lately. It's just like with family stuff and just being like responsibilities. I haven't been in contact with too many people, so I haven't been going out as much. But lately, like the past few days, went out a few times. But I haven't been in contact with people like that. I just mostly in the house playing the game and trying to work on music as much as possible.
Yeah. I also noticed that like some I don't know. We haven't even got invited to be like interviewed locally. That's what I realized.
Yeah.
That's
Once we like, I think once I start releasing more music and we start doing stuff together more, I think that's when we get the interviews and start doing more shows. I know we talked about trying to get shows. I think when we start doing that more and start getting our stuff more out there and start promoting stuff more, I think we'll get the interviews. This is the only real interview type deal we did.
yeah.
Like
I had
the
like
only
a non-official interview with what's his name? I think it was Kills versus Games. He wanted to interview me, and I said, "Yeah, go ahead." And he interviewed me and everything, but
the only
basically,
way we'll do actual interviews if we're actually interviewing each other back and forth on here. That's the only way we're gonna be able to get interviews at the moment.
yeah. But yeah, by the way, if you're trying to look for that interview, anyone, this
You're not gonna
off.
find it.
Yeah, you're not gonna find it.
we have an interview together too, like acting slash a real interview slash acting interview.
Oh
We
yeah,
did we did
it's.
it we
Oh
did it for
man.
Young and was it Young and Wallen? I think it was for Young and Wallen.
Yeah, it was for Young and Wild.
We did it with your Bluetooth karaoke mic.
Oh my god, that was so cringe.
We were doing like an actual interview like that. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, but you're not gonna find it anywhere because we didn't put it on the
That's
internet.
that's 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 one of the ones that's in the vault. That's the one that's in the vault that we might release in a lost files type tape type thing.
Yeah, so stick around for that. Or maybe I actually lost. I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
I don't know. We might. Hey, that's a G100 full thing. That's me. That's a me and you thing. If we decide we want to release it, we gonna release it. You never know. Always expect the unexpected. So that's also it's one that's always in the vault. We got a lot of stuff in the vault, like a lot.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's in the vault.
Like we got it stored away in like Google Drive. We got stuff in like starting Google Drive, thumb drives, SD cards. We got it stored everywhere, dog. And
Yeah,
stored in emails. We just got
that is
that stuff
stored
stored
everywhere
away.
where people can't even access them. Like,
No, unless you send them like a private link, like a private like Google Drive link, you can't find that nowhere. Unless you know how to hack good. You're not gonna find that anywhere.
yeah, especially on the USB drive. So once you have it in a USB drives, unless someone comes and steals it, it's over, man. You're not gonna see anything.
And all that most of it is unraw, unedited, uncut, cut
Oh
footage,
yeah,
like and everything in air. Like most stuff we have involved is like straight up raw and uncut. And this some stuff we just have stored like then we have a bunch of like masterpieces just locked away.
yeah. It's a lot of uncut stuff that we did. Kind of like the behind the scenes type of shit,
Like
but
wow. We have a bunch of behind the scenes, we have a bunch of like just random footage, we have like uncut, like everything. We just have a bunch of takeouts, extras from like music. We have a bunch of stuff just stored away. And then some stuff we just have like lost and because like we have it's just stuff we completely lost.
yeah.
We have a bunch of stuff.
By the way, just in case, if I start working, getting a car and shit, we're shooting that music video for Young and Wild. No questions asked.
I want to have some like I want to like do like some like show like people actually wild now, like actually like young people wild now. I want it to be perfect.
Oh yeah,
It's
we're gonna.
gotta be. This is even though that song even that song like that sounds like hold on let me check my phone right quick. That's like 1 or 2 years old. Let me go to SoundCloud right quick. Let me look up for a quick research
If you go to SoundCloud, don't do like the one from the album. Do the one that's
on my
from
page actually.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because on my page, it's gonna say like it's released from this because you know it's on the album and the album's released in this year.
Let's see.
But
That's
yeah,
gotta be. That was released October 2021 or October 19th, 2020. 19 was
it
2019,
can't
2020.
it
That was
can't
like
be 20. I don't
that was
know.
October 20. I think that was October 20. It was October something.
October is something. I know.
Yeah, I can't find it on my phone right now within the app, the actual app. But I know it's October like six, like it's either 6th or 19th of 2020. So it's at least a year old. It's at least a year old. Young and Wallen is
Yeah.
definitely at least a year old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is a year old. It'll be like 2 years. It'll be like 2 years next month.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, if you didn't already know, I know you know. I told
Mhm.
you on Facetime. Turned 18.
Turn
I
18.
announced. Yeah, I announced that on
My
my
boys
Instagram.
legal.
Finally, legal.
Yeah, yeah. He turned 18 like last month, right?
Uh, it's this month.
This month, yeah.
Yeah, it's 9/13. That was when it was my birthday.
I'm still trying to find like how long ago I released that. I know it was not too long ago.
Yeah, it's not too long ago. It was like 2 years, 1 year. If it's 3 years, I'm gonna be surprised.
It can't be. It's at least 2 years. I can't be three.
Yeah.
It's at least two. I think it's 2 years ago though.
If it's
Cause
1 year,
really,
then we can just make it as
uh,
a Chronicles. To
yeah. Another level. I seen that the original post for another level was like March 2021, 2020. So it at least was a year. It's at least a year old.
I don't know if I dropped another level on SoundCloud or I actually officially released it. Oh, I really
No,
don't know.
another level is at least 2 years old because it was released on October 6th, 2019. That's at least like 2, 3 years old. That was released in
Really?
2019. Yes, it was released in
But
2019. I'm
I
looking at.
don't know. I don't know if I released, not like officially released it, but I don't know if I released it on my SoundCloud account. I don't know. It's been too long. Like it's become to the point where even a year old is just become too long.
Yeah, that was October 9th. That was October 6th, 2019. So that's like 2, 3 years old.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look it up on how long ago was like on howlongago.com.
How long ago.com.
Yeah, I do it all the time when I'm looking at my when I go back to look at my YouTube when I first started my gaming channel on YouTube. That was like 8 years ago in 2013. I always go to that straight to the website.
Hmm. But yeah,
That was 2019 though.
2019. So
We were sophomore when I think that dropped. If not sophomore,
oh
junior year.
well, it can be Can it be junior year? I really don't know.
2019. I don't
29.
think they.
Yeah, that's not junior year. That's definitely sophomore.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see how long it would go. So that at least it was like 2, 3 years old. I use the website for everything. I use howlongago.com, and it tells you how long ago, like what date, like the exact date you use.
Oh wait, no, I'm tripping. It could be junior because 2019 was going to 2020. I don't know. I'm losing track of time, dude.
Yeah. Nowadays, time moves so fast.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to be 20 in six. I'm about to be 20 in 6 months, man. I just turned 19 like last year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what time went. Like last,
Before I even know it, I'm gonna be 19.
yeah. Like what time? Like last year, like where did time go? Like I feel like I just turned 18. Time is moving entirely way too fast.
Oh yeah. Like I don't know. For me, time is moving a little bit slow whenever it wants to, but time definitely moves fast. 1.5 hours. God damn.
October 6th, 2019 was 1 year, 11 months, and 17 days ago, dog.
God.
So next month will be 2 years since my first song came out. And then it's 6 months, and then in 6 months, if I'm doing my math correctly, in 6 months, another level will be 2 years, 2 years old as well.
Damn.
If my math is correct, it'll be 6 months that my second song, another level, is 2 years old, and
Yeah.
my song that's on private that I'm never taking off private will be 2 years old as well.
Yeah. Dude, once we get older, our music is gonna evolve into something new as we're getting older. Like
We're gonna
I'm
blow up
saying,
soon. I feel it. But yo, that song is I can't believe those songs are 2 years old and still sounds good.
it feels like a new wave of this generation is gonna come by. I just hope that it's not retarded as this one. I really hope
Like
it's
a lot
not
of music
retarded.
that's like a lot of music they got a lot of songs that are like that's like 5, 10 years old. That's like wow, that really sounds 5 years old. That's like that sounds like all right, but it sounds bad. That's like they got bad. Something like that really sounds funny. That like I can't believe they got something like wow, I can't believe this. I used to listen to this. This is trash now. But back then when you was listening to when you was younger, like oh this is fire. Then they got the songs that are like wow, I used to listen to this. It's not that bad. It's gotta remember. They got the song that's like 10 years old. I'm like wow, this is still fire today. You know, it's 10 years old.
I was about to say something like that. There were like there were some songs from like 10 years ago that I still like, dog.
And like I was in the car yesterday and I heard Thrift Shop and that song. And guess how old Macklemore's Thrift Shop how old that song is. Guess how old that song is.
Tell me, man. I cannot.
9 years. That song is 9 years old. That means we were in
For real.
fifth grade when that song came
Oh
out.
my
We were
god.
somewhere in elementary school when that song came out.
My god, guys, this is
I used to
taking me
have that.
back.
I used to have that entire CD, The Heist. That was a great album. That song is like that album's like 10 years old. That I haven't heard it in a while, but a few of the songs off that album is so great.
Not even just Thrift Shop. They all had a whole bunch of songs like
They got a
"When
bunch
We
of
Go
songs.
Back."
They got songs from like a many
Mm-hmm.
different artists that's like 10 years old. Like one of my favorite Tyler the Creator songs, that song is 10 years old. I was in middle school. I was in elementary school when that song came out. That song is phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
She by
he's still making fire music today.
yeah. I don't listen to him nowadays, but I listen to a lot of his old music. And she by Tyler the Creator featuring Frank Ocean. That song still slaps to this day.
Oh man,
Um,
that reminds me, Frank Ocean. I can't believe he's not signed anymore. I don't know what happened to him.
a little bit. Um, a bunch of Kid Cudi songs are like 10 years old. I know how that 10 years old. 'Cause I know exactly where I was when those songs came out. I was in elementary school. A bunch of like Kid Cudi songs are 10 years old, and those songs still slap. Like "Pursuit of Happiness," "Day and Night." I can go on. Those songs are like 10 years old, and those songs still slap to the day. They still sound so good.
Day and Night is legendary. It's completely
Legendary.
legendary.
That is, I don't care what I'm talking. That's his biggest. This is his most fire song. His biggest song ever. That one and "The Pursuit of Happiness." Those are his biggest songs ever. Those like the most fire songs he ever dropped.
Oh yeah, Pursuit of Happiness was the biggest one. It was so big that it got a remix for
Hold
a
on,
song
I'm about to go into my Shazam.
called what's it called? It was in a movie.
Pursuit
I
of
forgot what
Happiness
it
was
was.
in Project X.
Yes, Project X. And Project X
I
is
love,
it's gonna come out on Netflix.
bro. Project X has a lot of dope music that's like at least 10 years old or five. And that movie is so dope. It is so crazy. Like that's like a good soundtrack. I'm like, if you take just the soundtrack, that soundtrack is amazing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot what that song was. That song was like that movie was the reason on how I actually found some of these songs. Like it was that one club song and I couldn't get it out of my head and then I
Bro,
fucking
there's a couple of tracks off of the Jay-Z's Blueprint 3, I think. And there's a lot of those tracks that still slap. Like the song Already Home, that still slaps off that song's like 10 years old because the album's 10 years old. Runnings Town featuring Rihanna, that song still slaps to this day. And that song is at least 12, 10 years old.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna go through my playlist. Um Ultra Beam, From the Life of Pablo by Kanye West featuring Chance the Rapper. That song still goes hard, and that song slaps. And that song resurfaced recently on TikTok. It goes like the part that blew up the most. This is my part. Nobody else speak by Chance the Rapper. That song still sounds good to this day, and that song at least 5 years old because that song came out when we were in middle school.
That goes to show you can make a legendary song that can last that long.
Like I have like a bunch of songs from like now all the way to 2000s, like to 90s to 80s. Kind of, I don't listen just to rap music. I listen to all kinds of music, and I have a lot of music that's like at least 10 years old.
Oh, man, these songs are just taking me way back.
Like stronger. The song "Stronger" by Kanye West from his album "The Graduation" with the teddy bear on it. That's at least 10, 20 years old. The Graduation album. Like any song, I don't care what nobody says. Any album with the teddy bear on it from Kanye West is his best albums. Is his best on work. I don't care what nobody says. That's his best work ever. Anything with the teddy bear on it, best albums all time. His best time, his best work of all time. Like some of his new stuff, like his new slash old stuff is all right. Like Life of Pablo had a few songs off of it. Like the twisted my twisted mindset or whatever it's called. Has a few albums off, like one of them. A lot of people didn't like heart 808s and Heartbreaks, but 808s and Heartbreaks is one of his better albums after the Teddy Bear cycle. Like for me, anything after the Teddy Bear, I don't like it too much. Well, I lie. Anything after 808s and Heartbreaks, he had a lot of stuff that was iffy. He had mixed reviews.
Oh,
I'm just going to my
like,
Shazam right now.
Yeah, most of his new stuff is alright. I really didn't like. I like Donda. Donda dropped.
Donda was not that bad. Donda has mixed reviews. I actually like Donda. I haven't heard the full album in its entirety, but it has mixed reviews. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's mixed reviews. Like I haven't heard the full album yet, so I can't really judge it. Same with Drake's Certified Lover Boy. There's a few tracks I like over there. I haven't heard the full album yet, so I can't really judge it yet. But from what I heard, I like it so far. From what I've heard, that's like to me like some like most of the albums that you've been waiting for is hit or miss. Cause like there's a lot of albums like Playboy Cardi's, not to diss anybody, not to like put anything about it, but like was it Playboy Cardi who released Whole Lotta Red? Was it Playboy Cardi with Whole Lotta Red?
Yeah, it was Playboy Cardi entirely.
Playboy Cardi released Whole Lotta Red, and we went like 4 years, 5 years for that. And that album wasn't all that. And we've been waiting for it for so long.
Everybody lost his hype, but then he actually made up for it by dropping the official music video for Sky. Sky was the best one.
Yeah, I didn't really like a lot of Red, but like it could have been better. Yeah, but like Dondada, I couldn't like some of the stuff I can't really judge because I haven't heard it in the full length album. But like what I heard from like Dondada and Certified Lover Boy, we've been waiting for it for a long time. Those albums, from what I've heard, are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean Donda, the one that I like from Donda is Off the Grid. Off the Grid was the best one. It had Bobby Shmurda in it, bro.
The two songs I like off of Donda is Moon. Off of it is like "See Me the Moon" or something like that. It's like Moon, and then it's "Life of the Party." But there's two versions of "Life of the Party." There's the one with Andre 3000, the official version, because they couldn't use the one with Drake because Drake leaked it. So there's Drake's "Life of the Party," "Life of the Party" featuring Drake, which was released on social media, was leaked on there, so you couldn't use it. And then there's the one with Andre 3000, which both of them still slap.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think Drake was about to go on there either way because they had some sort of beef. Drake and Kanye had some sort of beef.
It's like most of the beefs that Drake has been long lasting. Like the Pusha T beef, the Pusha T beef, the Kanye West beef. They have a bunch of beefs that's been long lasting for a long time, probably since 2013, maybe further back than that.
And you know what's crazy? Those beefs are with the people he made a song with. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
One of the longest, like the only beef the beef he had for a long time. That's the only beef he ended that he had for a long time was with Meek Mill. That's the only beef that, to my knowledge, and to everybody else's knowledge, that's been ended. And that, they ended it a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people you have beef with the songs people you do songs with, and that song like one of the songs I absolutely love that got a lot of controversy and a lot of like negative energy behind it is Amen, like with Meek Mill featuring Drake. I don't care what that song still slaps. No, I know it's kind of disrespectful, but that song still slaps. I know it was just a song for entertainment. He didn't mean no disrespect to the Lord, but like I'm not gonna get too much into religion, but that song still slaps. That song's like at least 5, 10 years old because that song came out when I was in elementary.
I just think it's crazy on
Amen came out like
how
10 years ago when because Amen was shown on MTV when MTV actually still showed videos and not showing these reality shows and movies. Like when they actually used to show videos in the morning when before I got on the bus and whatnot. I used to watch music videos almost every single day.
it's facts. MTV was the goat for that, but now they just started doing all these reality TV shows and then start
I don't
doing all
like it.
this
Like
fucking.
you should change the name because it's not MTV no more. You're not showing music videos no more.
Yeah, it's not showing no
My
fucking music.
well, not the main. I haven't. It's been a long time since I watched MTV2 and whatnot. So like the MTVs in the 200s, I'm not sure about that anymore. If they still show music or not, because it's been forever since I watched it. Maybe not. Because I remember, I don't know. I'm about to take some of y'all back and make some of y'all feel old. Sucker Free Sunday is how I found some artists. Like 4 or 5 years ago, I found Schoolboy Q on Sucker Free Sunday. When I found the song Break the Bank, that song has got to be at least 3 years old because I was in middle school when I found that song.
Oh
And that
man.
song still slaps to this day.
How I
I've
found Schoolboy Q was literally on his like almost new song, like not entirely his new songs, but to me they felt pretty new.
I found him from his Oxymoron album. What had Man of the Year. That song's pretty old because I
Man
was
of
in
the
elementary.
year. That
That song still
was
slaps.
it's still yeah, it still slaps, bro.
Man of the Year. That was off the Oxymoron album. Grove Hoover Street. Um Break the Bank, I just mentioned that. Hell of a Night. Hands on the Hands on the Wheel, which was also in Project X, along with A Pursuit of Happiness. Those albums still slap, even though they're like 5, 10 years old.
Oh yeah. And I remember no, going back to what's his name? Kendrick Lamar, man. Oh my
Kendrick Lamar,
god.
his album Good Kid, Mad City is at least 5, 10 years old. Because that was not was like I was like fifth grade when that album dropped. And that was in a couple games. That's in GTA 5. GTA 5 is at least 5, 10 years old because that came out at least in 2013. That's in Saints Row, either Saints Row 3 or 4. And those games are like 5, 10 years old. Like I can tell you like most of his albums and songs, I could tell you exactly where I was and what grade I was in when these are released and dropped. And that's how I can tell how old the songs are. And some of these songs are timeless, and that's what I want to do with G100, make timeless music where I can be like a song can release a song like some of the songs I released 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, sound absolutely good, and we did it in our bedrooms. Like most of the songs that J. Cole did, like off the come up album, he did have some songs in his bedroom. Them songs still slap today. And I play that in my iPhone. I still jam the blow up, the warm up, and everything. I still jam all that because that's some of his best work in my opinion.
Oh
Y'all don't
man.
have to agree with my opinion, but that's that like those albums. I love those. Those are timeless music.
Uh,
I love those mixtapes, and I love his album. Born Center is on my top list for his old music. Sideline Story. What else? There's a bunch of stuff I can name that I just love from J. Cole. There's a bunch of artists that have timeless music. I can be here for hours just talking about it. and this is what this podcast is about. But not just us, just like everything in general with pop culture and everything. This album is just like that's what I wanted. That's what I based G100 off. We're gonna be timeless. We're gonna be famous. I mean, we're gonna be ritual. The stuff we do now from from recording with $500 equipment to $1 million studios. I feel it. I just feel it. That's where we're gonna be one day, making that timeless music. And somebody's gonna be doing what we're doing and saying, "Hey, I know exactly where I was when Jada Prodigy and Western released Young and Wild. I remember exact grade we was in, and exactly where I was when that date when they released it."
Oh yeah. I mean, I also want to make some nostalgic music. I haven't tried to got around it. I really want to, and it's so hard too. It's like you have to be.
There's not really an audience anymore. It's like the old school. Like some people still do it. Yeah, but yeah, I just like I'm over a versatile. I switch my style up. Like another song that I absolutely love that's at least 10, 20 years old is Sugar Sugar by Baby Bash featuring Frankie J. That song is old because that song came out before I think I was born. And I still jam that to this day. Like that song still slaps.
I'm
I don't care what nobody says.
surprised. Like I'm surprised that I didn't even know Baby Bash actually wrote some of the songs that I've heard before. The only
A lot of people
the
know.
only songs that I actually know by him before I even know the songs that he actually made.
Look,
One,
listen. A lot of people know who Baby Bash is, but a lot of people don't know who Baby Bash is. They only know his big songs. They don't know because he was signed to SPM and Dope House. Nobody really knows only people in the South know who SPM is and Dope House is. Like I'm like one of the youngest people who know who Dope House is. And Baby Bash, his biggest song is Sugar Sugar, Cyclone, and stuff like that. That's just his two biggest songs. And
Cyclone is
like,
the one I know.
yeah, those are the two his two biggest songs in the mainstream. Otherwise, he's not in the mainstream. He's mainstream underground.
Oh yeah, he's
Like
more on the underground. Yeah.
no one really knows who that Dope House and Baby Bash is. And so they're so underground and they're more of a South thing. Like people know who DJ Screw is, but they don't know. They don't really know. He's not mainstream. But he's a main underground. He's mainly like people in like only people in the South know who he is. Like Texas, Florida, all the Southern states know who they are. Like nobody really in the mainstream really knows who they are. It's
Oh
very
man.
rare that people outside of the South know who these people are.
Oh
Like no
man.
one really knows. Like no one really truly knows that UGK's Pimp C is actually not from Texas. He's from here in Louisiana. He's from Crowley, and he just moved out to Texas. Like real OGs would know that he's from Crowley.
You're gonna take me way back whenever I listened to Pope Pimp, man. God damn.
Pimp, like no one knows no one really truly knows who like the chopped and screwed legends are.
Oh
Like
yeah.
no, like people know who 36 Mafia is because they produce and everybody uses their samples for like their underground slash mainstream stuff. Like people
Dude.
know what 36 Mafia. People know
Yeah.
what 36
Yeah.
Mafia is. They're underground, but they're also. I'm gonna quote them. They're unknown, but they're known. They have a lot of unknown stuff. They have a lot of known stuff. They have a lot of unknown stuff. And I have a CD called Unknown Unknown. I don't mean to quote them or like be riding them or nothing like that, but they're still underground but mainstream. Like
Dude.
you know how I know that people you still use a lot of this Mafia because one of the songs off of Certified Lover Boy has a 36 Mafia sample. Suicide Boys works with 36 Mafia, or specifically Juicy J and DJ Paul. They sample a
Yeah.
lot of stuff.
Just
Travis Scott, they sample. Even Ray Schwimmer, I always want to pronounce the name. Power Glide. That song is based off a 36 Mafia song.
oh hell yeah. Dude, fucking Juicy J was probably the only one that I can remember from 36
Like
Mafia.
the two main states that should get a lot of New York State is the originator rap, and they should get a lot of credit, but they should get some credit because those are the main two. The top three that I feel like. Well, must say top four. I must put it. New York is number one for like the most samples. then it's the South, then West, and then it's East Coast. But the South and the East, the South and the West, the South and the East are the main two sampled, especially down
dude.
south.
Dude,
Like
the South, just
no one
can't,
knows who are. No one
just
really
can't.
knows about. No one really knows about SPM and Dope House. You have to dig deep, deep, deep down to find that.
Oh yeah,
Like
you gotta do your underground
you gotta do your
research
research and
then.
all that. Yeah, like no one really they're mainstream, but they're underground at the same time.
And that's crazy. It almost sounds like they could be like a one hit wonder, but it's like they hit more than that, and people still
Yeah,
don't know who they are.
like my favorite songs that are mainstream by Disney Mafia are still sound good to the day, and those songs like 20 years old, like Gotta Stay Fly
Gotta
is
Stay
at
Fly
least
made it on the radio. It made it on the
that's at
radio.
least that's at least 10 years old. That's at least 10 years old. And that's how it still sounds to today. I have that on CD. But These Six Mafia, Gotta Stay Fly. There's got a bunch of songs that still slap to the day and it's mainstream. And those songs are super old. And
Yeah,
that's what I want to do with G100.
Gotta Stay
Like
Fly. I fucking
that, like
I
I'm
went
like
back.
this is a lot of stuff I just mentioned are timeless are timeless music. Like the guy's talking about AR. I think it's called whatever floats my boat. That song is like at least 10 years old. And that song still slaps. I don't, you know what I'm talking about? On the roof getting high, still ignoring advice, whatever floats my boat. That song is like at least 10 years old, and that song still slaps. Most of them
Yeah.
old school music that from like the 2000s that still slap, I found through Pandora. Pandora got the hookup for real. I don't care what nobody say. Most of my music I found is through Pandora.
Oh yeah, Pandora
Like
can
Asher,
like he can make a radio and it's gonna shuffle through different artists. You can
yeah,
even
like
meet artists that you haven't even heard before,
if you're trying to
and
catch a if you're
it's
trying to catch a vibe, if you're trying to catch a vibe late at night and you just out for some reason, go to Pandora, put on like somebody like Asheroth, Mac Miller's old radio, and bam, RP Mac Miller, and then you'll catch a whole vibe. Like Mac, I still listen to a lot of Mac Miller's old music. Like Another Light Alone, it's like at least 5 years old. Another Light Alone still slaps to this day, and I jam that. That's like one of my favorite songs of all time. Another Light Alone, Donald Trump. Not I don't like Donald Trump, but the song Donald Trump by Mac
Mac
Miller,
Miller.
that song slaps to this day. I got a bunch of songs I can keep naming Mac Miller songs that still slap to date. You know, they're 5-10 years old. Like Good AM came out like when I was either no Good AM came out when I was in middle school, and I still have that CD to this day. And that's timeless music. Like for real,
Mm.
I can go on for I can go on for hours. This I can make a 4 hour episode just how timeless music this is, and we're gonna have timeless music like Young and Wallin and Another Love doesn't even sound 2 years old. And
It's
the beat for Another Level is at least 5-10 years old. Hold up, I'm gonna look up the beat for Another Level. That beat is really old because that's the most used one of the most used beat on YouTube. Because
oh yeah,
it's a generic YouTube beat.
yeah. It's a generic rap beat, yeah. But dog, fucking, it's been 2 hours already, bro.
It's been 2 hours. This is like the best 2 hours I ever spent talking about music. Like this podcast is gonna be dope. If you have
Oh
2 hours
yeah.
to spare, watch this all the way through. If you made it to this point, shout out. If you made it to the 2 hour mark and all the way through, shout out to you. You a real one for that one. Because we've been talking about some entertaining stuff. And I haven't moved from the spot not one time within like the 2-3 hour mark I've been here. Next Level is 2 years old. The beat, yeah, the beat is 2 years old.
Damn, only 2 years old.
Yeah, but
Damn,
like,
and that's a generic beat, and fucking it sounds
listen,
old as hell.
it's the most used generic beat of YouTube of all time. Within the 2 years it's been out. That's like the most probably one of the most viewed generic beats off of YouTube,
But yeah. Oh man,
bruh. Next
fucking
topic. Let's slowly wrap this up. What's the next topic? So we can slowly wrap this up. So how long we been on the podcast?
Right, or at least 2 hours though. Like what time do you think you want to end it?
So I don't want it to be too long. It's long
Yeah,
enough to be our first episode.
yeah. Here's what we could talk about. Like I know Trail found a beat. It was like it's like the one where it's like a guitar beat, but it was so fire, and I couldn't wrap my head around it.
A lot of the
It
beats
was
I don't want to like. A lot of the beats I love. I want to buy them, but they're too expensive to buy the exclusive. I have this one beat from one of my favorite Southern producers, 2 4 Flex, and I finally got it after like 3 years. I finally purchased the MP3 license for it. I have the MP3 license, so I can actually use it without getting struck down. So now that I have a license, I'm gonna definitely try. I've been trying to. I only have the hook for it, but I'm gonna definitely use it since I don't want to waste my $25 using it. Hold on one second. I'm gonna mute myself.
I bet.
All right. But yeah, I've been having that beat for a while now in that chamber. Now that I've been holding on to it, especially with the license, I have the license for it now. But I have a lot of beats that I want to purchase off of YouTube. That is super vibey, super dope, and I have hooks for them already.
Oh yeah, but definitely gotta. I gotta get that beat from Trail, dog. The beat that he found, it was too fire. I
There's a
don't
lot of
like. I
beats
know
that
he
I need
want.
to.
I know he wanted to use that and everything, and I know he wanted to release a song. I think.
There's a lot of beat. There's a
I
lot of
think I
beats.
could agree.
There's a lot of beats that I need to purchase, and there's a lot of beats I can use that's free for profit, but that I should buy, but you don't have to. They say buy the license just to be safe, but it's free for profit if you credit the artist.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have
Well,
I'm gonna have like one or two producers that's from my Instagram that's on YouTube that started off as free for profit. They hit me up directly, and most of their beats used to just to be like email me, and they just email you back and send you the beat, and you can use it. That's free for profit with credited.
man,
Then
I'm
like
definitely.
then they moved up. Then you can just download it off their B stars for free with it, like it's free without the tag in it, with the purchase your track today tag. And then you can just credit them, and you have to be free. Then they moved up, and now you have to purchase their beats. A lot of the early beats you can't find anymore. Like some of them, like you can find them, but you can't find them.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have
Like
to.
the only way I'm gonna take a beat without the license straight off of YouTube is if like it's been so long it's been on there so long that the producer finally took it down off the beat stars. Now you only can find the YouTube version of it. That's the only way I'll do that
Yes.
without a license.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
this is so stupid.
I'll use a free for profit beat with credit, and just to be safe, I might purchase the beat and then I'll purchase the actual beat. Otherwise, everything else is original beats and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get that beat from Trell. That like Trell found a good fucking beat.
Or I'll take an already made beat, and I'll take samples from like I'll take make a skit out of like a little movie, like parts from movies and video games. So I do that. I took that from like older artists, some artists. I love when artists do that. They'll take a scene from a movie and then put it over their music before they started.
The way a lot of people has done that.
Yeah, I love when they do this. Like I feel like that is dope when they do that, but only certain people can pull it off.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I gotta wrap this up soon because I gotta go eat.
oh yeah, I gotta go.
Maybe
Yeah.
if I eat, then we can make like a 30 minute, like a quick little part two to episode one. Then I might say it will be maybe. That's up to you.
Yeah, just
I'm
not
down.
today. We could do it next Thursday.
Yeah. Next Thursday we can make like a small part two of episode one. Then y'all a part y'all gonna get y'all might get a treat. Y'all get technically 2 episodes for next Thursday if we do it. So y'all get a part two, like the part two of this, and then y'all get the episode part two.
Oh yeah.
So definitely y'all definitely getting this first episode though.
Yeah.
What's a few topics before we wrap it up?
I would like to end this off with one topic. Um,
What's that topic?
definitely. I'm running out of topics. I don't know. Um, fuck. How do we go to music to something else?
Music. We
I don't
technically
know.
talked about we talked about music for like majority of the episode.
Yeah, dude. Um,
Well, let's talk about like
definitely.
stuff that like we can do like the sample topic, like the movies. Like there's a lot of stuff that's music, like entertainment goes hand in hand with music. So like movies, games, there's a lot of like there's so many references to like music in video games that's been timeless and dope. And you have to be a really good artist to pull that off, to pull off those references and people to get them. And I just love art when artists can do that. And I love when like
Oh,
genius. I love when genius breaks down the relationship with with a certain show and raps. Like I love when genius breaks down the relationship with SpongeBob references in rap. It's amazing. Or Street Fighter and rap. It's just a bunch of things on horror movies. It's just like movies and shows go hand in hand with music, not just rap music, because all the people do reference it.
yeah. A lot of people do rap specifically. So it could go with any music to be honest.
Yeah, it can go with any
Um,
music.
uh, I like in my music. I like to do like Halloween type shit. So I like do
Yeah,
Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy type
yeah.
shit.
Some people take like the sound effects and make beats out of them. I love that. Like I have a few beats I haven't used or a few samples. I took like the voice recording of it for certain scenes and movies that I have saved up so I can put over beats and whatnot in songs. Because like the law, like the copyright law is you can use any copyrighted thing as long as it's like 6 seconds or less. I remember reading that somewhere. It's 6 seconds or less. So you can use like an audio, but you can use your sample, but it's 6 seconds or less, unless you purchase it. Unless you purchase rights to it, it's 6 seconds or less. So unless you purchase it, unless you purchase rights to it, you can use more of it. But if you don't have rights to it, you only can use like 6 seconds of that.
Oh yeah. I heard
Well,
I
six
heard
six
something
seconds or
about
less.
it. Yeah, I heard something about it in Digital Media One that something about
So yeah,
copyright laws and how you should
so
only
like
use like 6 seconds of it so you don't get
so yeah,
striked.
a lot of my voice recordings, like the iconic voice recordings, like scenes from Boys in the Hood or Friday, it's just like cut in half to 6 seconds or less. So you won't hear the full thing unless I get the rights to them or get it cleared. So a lot of that is 6 seconds or less. So it cuts off right like halfway through the iconic parts, or I cut it down. So it still
Yeah.
gets majority of it, but it's not all of it. So I don't get like strike down or sued.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find like a UGK type beat so I can
Yeah,
specifically rap about the South
I would
because
love to use a UGK type beat. Like I would absolutely do that for you. I always want to make a chopped and screw type thing. But like
chopped
what
and
we know,
screwed. Oh
chopped
yeah,
and screws. Not too many people know how to do chopped and screw properly.
yeah. That's like they would just sample everything and then just fucking throw it all reverse and then they said, yeah, it's just good. I'm like, no, no, there's more
Before
to
we
it.
wrap it up, what's like since we winding down, should this be the last topic? Should we end it right here or
Yeah, we like let's just end the conversation first before we end it. So
yeah? But like
like I said, we should stop at this conversation. Like
yeah, after this
I'm good.
conversation, we're ending it right here, y'all. So
All right.
yeah, only
Uh,
only very few people outside of the South know how to make those type beats. For me, like you actually have to know something about the South or be from the South to actually do it the right way. And I don't want to hear chop and screw from nobody else, but nobody outside of the South. If you're not in the South, I don't want to hear nothing chopped and screwed unless you know how to do it properly.
Exactly. I mean, I did hear someone that sounded like they were from the West Side, and then it was like chopped and screwed. But
Yeah.
they
Only
float on
certain
it
people
pretty well. They float on it pretty well.
like only stop like I want to listen to people from like who do G. I want to listen to like West Coast G Funk because only certain people out of the south of the West know how to do G Funk. Only certain people that do it. I'll listen to other G Funk with G Funk started in the West, so I listen to it in a the respective part of the world it came from.
Oh yeah. Mm. I'm actually proud I'm from like coming to the South Side, so like.
Yeah. So we
uh,
ending it right here.
yeah, this is
Or
gonna
we
be the end of the podcast.
Yeah, this has been Keeping It 100 with G100. I've been your host, one fourth of G100, and you're one of your hosts, one of four hosts of Keeping It 100 with G100, Dre the Prodigy. That's Western. Catch you next Thursday in episode 2 of Keeping It 100 with G100. Peace.
Peace.